Move. Alright, I make me tell you listen. Move. We are dance with the rhythm and the groove. Move. Watch them at the bang crew, them a move. So we chop it, so we do it. This a rhythm that lock down the street. So we chop it, so we do it. This a when you come feel lock down the street. Alright, so we chop it, so we do it. Lock down and we a lock down the street. So we chop it, so we do it. This a when you come feel lock down the street. All I'm full of we go play back again. And everybody say yeah. All I'm full of we go play back again. See them tapping on the big tune. All I'm full of we go play back again. And everybody say yeah. All I'm full of we go play back again. See them tapping on the big tune. All I'm full of we go play back again. And everybody say yeah. All I'm full of we go play back again. See them tapping on the big tune. All I'm full of we go play back again. And everybody say yeah. All I'm full of we go play back again. See them tapping on the big tune. So we do it. This a rhythm that lock down the street. So we chop it. So we do it. This a when you come feel lock down the street. Alright, so we chop it. So we do it. Lock down and we a lock down the street. So we chop it. So we do it. This a when you come feel lock down the street. All I'm full of we go play back again. And everybody say yeah. All I'm full of we go play back again. See them tapping on the big tune. All I'm full of we go play back again. And everybody say yeah. All I'm full of we go play back again. See them tapping on the big tune. All I'm full of we go play back again. And everybody say yeah. All I'm full of we go play back again. See them tapping on the big tune. All I'm full of we go play back again. And everybody say yeah. All I'm full of we go play back again. See them tapping on the big tune. All right. Let me know if you can hear me, folks. And then we can get this show on the road. Once you give me a 5x5, we'll get into this and we'll get the show on the road. And while I wait for that, I'm going to do some paperwork while you're trying to figure this thing out. Can you hear me? I turn all the way around to see it because for some reason my chat feature is all goofed up. Yeah, I don't like it. Let's see what that is. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. We got 5x5. Pops is in the house. Hey, Pops, how's it going? I hope you're well. We've got Captain Shaquille Oatmeal in the house. How are you? Welcome aboard. We also have SS Proud checking in. We've got a 5x5 straight up. So, good. Welcome to Coastal Flight 3, folks. We're taking a cold and dark aircraft over to LaGuardia. This is we call this Miami 3A on the legs that we have. So we're going to be flying this aircraft up to LaGuardia. We are going to be having some weather en route. We've got obviously the remnants of Hurricane Ian we're going to have to deal with.
and all that. We're going to get into all the paperwork stuff. This is a cold in the dark start. We're going to do a flow here. We're going to do a very slow cold in the dark flow. A lot of our pilots are like, "Hey, Jason, we need flows," and I went, "Ah, crap! I didn't make any flows." So I'm just doing that right now. So we got a good something in store for you, right? So we're going to get that going. Got my shark tie on. We've got our lanyards delivered, by the way, Coastal Airways lanyards for our pilots. That's pretty cool. And actually, it's for anybody who wants one. I'm waiting for the ID badges to come. The ID badges are on their way. So when we do get them, let me know if you want one. I could ship one out to you. They're pretty cheap, $10 I think, with that and the badge. It's pretty nice. And they're really nice too. They're breakaways, so they could pop open, which is really cool. All right, let's get into this, into the aircraft. It's a cold in the dark start. Before we do so, I'll just look at the paperwork really quick for you. We've got 135 passengers booked. Actually, on the aircraft, we had 138 coming in with, our bookings, but a few didn't show up. So we're going to do 135. And we're going to do 4341 or 4824 rather in the front hold here, and then 1806 in the aft. And that's our kind of our loadout there for this particular flight. Let's go into and look at one other thing I need to do is pull my paperwork in. We're going from Miami to LaGuardia, and by the way, prayers going out to the folks in Florida who got nailed with this storm. It's not a good one, folks. This storm really kicked everybody's butt. It's a rough storm. Why is my paperwork? I'm trying to find my paperwork here, and it's just disappeared. So for some dumb reason, I've added it 3 times now. I'm going to try it one more time, and let's see if it works. Hopefully your week is going well. I've got it in the release. It's Miami, LaGuardia. Go ahead and import. Click OK. It should work. But we kind of need that paperwork. And we are on a time crunch. Like I said, this is going to be one of those. We're on the clock. We're actually on a technical. This is a revenue generating flight for us. So we're going to be on this pretty quickly. LaGuardia, September 30th. There it is. All right. Hobla, how are you? Hoba, how's it going? Hatchet 182 checking in. What's up, man? How are you? Hopefully you're well and doing great. So let's take a look at the paperwork really quick, and we'll get into the aircraft and we'll jump start the thing and we'll go. All right, we're departing Miami, LaGuardia. We do have an alternate today, I believe, and the alternate is Islip. LaGuardia is going to be dicey when we land there. It's probably going to be raining. Because of the outer bands of Ian, it's going to affect LaGuardia and New York area. So I definitely have, we've got Islip scheduled just for our alternate if we need to go there. 706 when spring tide today. This is our route. We're going to be pretty much over the ocean all the way up until Williamton, and then we'll go Jet 91, Hopewell, I think, the hubs, then over to Pennsylvania area, or this is the PXT. I got to find out. I think that's in Delaware somewhere. And then we have the Corey 4 inbound. Top of climb, 37,000 feet. Most of our weather is sitting about 35, so we should be over the top of this stuff pretty good. We've got winds there. We've got upper levels right here. And then we're doing 370. Our fuel, care about that, and care about that. So 0 fuel weight, takeoff weight, and landing weight. And we're looking at minimums at 22.2 or maximum 23.2. We'll make sure we have that. And our minimum planned fuel, or minimum takeoff fuel, is 22.2. We can't go below that. All right. That's good there. Let's just go through the NOTAMs very quickly before we jump in the aircraft. We're going to do it very fast. Going all the way through here. All right. This is our ATIS in LaGuardia. You could see right in this range. We're kind of looking at this. 050 at 13. We're probably going to use 4s. Greater than 6, light rain, broken at 3,500. So it's probably marginal. I wouldn't say it's IFR yet, but it's marginal for us. As we come to Miami, is great. No problems there. Islip, probably going to land a broken scud. That's fine as well. Again, going to be raining when we get there. All right, NOTAMs. We could take these NOTAMs in the air for LaGuardia. I'm not going to even worry about them. I just want to worry about I am going to worry about them, but we can deal with that when we get to cruise. All right, ice. We're looking at Miami's now. Temporary cranes. Just looking at any runway closures or anything like that. Minimums climb. Sure. Nope. All stuff that really doesn't. Bonefish 1 is a problem. Bonefish 1 landing. I'll be landing there. Bonefish 1 is the landing runways. Now, if you guys see something in your NOTAMs, let me know, because I'm just looking right now. I don't see anything of concern just yet. All right, that should be good. Yeah, that's good. And this is ice slips, which we don't care about right now. All right, that's all of our release. So let's jump in the flight deck, and let's see what's going on. I've got the light on because you can't see a darn thing. Pen, how's it going? Again, love these blue epaulets. Hey, thanks. Yeah, it's growing on me. At first, I was like, nah, I don't know. I do like them though. They go right into our motif, right at the airline. That's pretty cool. All right, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go through a cold and dark flow. We're gonna start this slow. You got your logbook checked. All your paperwork is checked. Battery switch is the first thing we're gonna do here, and we're gonna throw this right here. We're gonna throw this on. All right, there we go. Battery switch is on. Then number 2, you're going to come to the fuel panel. You just make sure your fuel panel is set correctly. And all of our pumps are off in this particular case. Then we're going to go to number 3, which is up to the hydraulic pumps. Make sure those 2 are off. That's good to go. And number 4, air conditioning panel. You want to make sure your packs are off, bleeds are on. We're going to have external air, so we wouldn't need any of that. All right. Number 5 is our landing gears. I'm going to drop down. We're landing. I'm just going slow because I've got to get this. I'm actually making flows for the crew here. Gear is down, and then number 6 we're going to come up again, and we're going to arm the AC meter. So we're just going to arm the AC meter. You know what I'm talking about. You take your AC meter here, and we're on ground power. So we're on ground. We got 400 cycles per second. We got 116 volts. We're good to go. And then finally, our ground power switch to the on position. We're going to go ahead and throw that. There we go. All right, ground power's on. Fire overheat. We're going to do that now because we have AC on the aircraft. So we're going to drop down into the wrong button. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the brakes. Hang on. I got to sit on the brakes for a minute. I got to get those brakes pulled. All right. Let's go ahead and check this. Faulting up, and then we should have a faulting up there. You can see that overheat detect. And then finally, last thing we're doing is fire warning. Wheel well, 1, 2, 3, 2 overheats. We're good to go. Silence the bell. That just did that. And then right on back to that. Now we're going to go ahead and check our extinguishers. I'm going to throw that. It's going to flip all 3 bottles. You can't see the 3rd, but now I can. And then we're going to flip it back over there. Well, there we go. I should flip back. Nope, that's the wrong one. Nope, that's the wrong one. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and test cargo as well. We're just going to do a quick cargo test while we're sitting here. Excellent. All right, that is good to go. Fire heat is checked. We've done our extinguisher test as well. Up on the overhead now. We're right on back up here. And then we're into number 11. We're not going to start the APU. We would normally start the APU, but we don't have to because we have ground power. But the next thing we're going to do is very important, is to get the hamsters spinning. So on DC, straight to nav. You should see 2 alignments there. Great. And then we're going to do the electrical panel. We're going to make sure that is set. And one thing I'm going to do is actually turn on the lights to the dim position so we can see our panel. How's that? Okay, panel is set. I'm looking at that's collective galley power is now on. It would have been off. I'm going to go ahead and flip that on. Ground power, you go to 12. We've got an electrical panel set. Emergency exit lights. Let's go ahead and flip that to the arm position. That's capped. And then environmental controls is set. We can't control it because it's from the outside. All right, so you see now we're going to jump into the FMC now and get this thing programmed. Models of 700 ARAC data 2209. We've got the newest Navigraph data installed. Position initial. We're going to go ahead and kilo MIA the thing. We're going to do gate. Gulf 4 is our gate here. And you can see that pulls that in 16.7. Those are the numbers I like. Drop that in. Now the hamsters are starting to run and figuring the thing out. Flap lever coming down. Make sure the flap lever is in the up position. We drop down here, so you go flap lever up, then come across, brake. Okay, then wheel well fire warning. We've done that. That's if you didn't have AC power, you would have done that. Now, last thing we do is check our lights. All right, hold on just a minute here. Let me get these lights off. I don't know why they're on. They shouldn't be. That's so weird. All right, let's try that. Let's go outside the aircraft and I'll show you what I'm doing here. Lights are coming up. You can see those two lights. Good. There we go. Everything is going to be lit up like a Christmas tree now. Logo lights are on. Taxi lights are on. Wheel well. Wing lights are on. And finally our wheel well lights. I would just take a glance around the aircraft. Just make sure our lighting is good. We don't have any MEL issues. Lights are looking good. Great. And then we're going to shut them all off. And that, my friends, is all there is. Oops. Is all there is to it. Not too shabby. We're going to leave the logo lights the on position, all right? End of flow right there. Cold in the dark, done. You would go into the next flow that we have, which is going to be the pre-flight. We go right into the pre-flight start. So we go right into the FMC. That's our and before we actually do that, we do a test. I forgot to do the test. So let me do that right now. Come down to the main instrument panel. We're going to go ahead and flip the light test to the test position. And we're going to check all of our lights to make sure we don't have anything out on us or anything like that. That looks good. Looking good there. That looks good. And you go through the whole panel like that. Good. Time check. I'll get a time check right now. 6:15 is perfect. 45 minutes before push. I like that. Let's go ahead and start our ACARS program up. Only 2 IRS. Yes, sometimes you could do the coastal flight with a quick turn. That'd be cool to see. All right, we could do that for sure. First few items, very southwesty. Yeah, a little bit. Like I said, it's derived over a few airlines actually. I took it's a little different than SWA, but it's oh shoot, hang on. I knew I forgot something. I always forget to install my my sim brief. If you were wondering, I'm going to show you a through flight next week, by the way. We're going to do PMDG wind uplink, and then we'll do flight. We're going to export everything in, and that'll just dump it in there. Okay? So that's good. That's already in now, and we are going to jump down to the FMC. So like I said, we're doing a cold, we will do a through flight next week over to Bar Harbor. How's that? So Miami, LaGuardia, cold routes in there, looking good. Miami, I've got to get the weather. I'm going to start writing down the paperwork. We've got a lot of paperwork here in this airline. It's like any airline. We've got paperwork to do. So we're going to go to departure. It is Miami. Airport Miami. Winds are reported 150 at 4. That's supposed to be an at. That doesn't look like an at. 10 statute miles visibility. Broken at 034. Temperature is 26. Dew point is 21. Altimeter is 29.77. With the runway, they're departing 8s, 9s, and 12s. We're going to go 8 right. That's the runway we usually take. We're on Gulf 4. And that is information in real life as Papa. Time is going to be 23:53 Zulu. Okay, and then we'll get all the LaGuardia stuff here in a minute. Next important thing we're going to do is actually call the fuel truck. So we're going to hold off. We're going to go FS actions, ground services. We'd start our ACARS program, which I just did. You probably couldn't see it, but it's over here. I'm going to click Start Flight. All right, you're going to hear a Discord pop up that just lets us know, hey, Coastal's got a flight going on. All right, we're going to request the fuel truck, And then we'll call GSX here, and we'll request our fuel truck. Request refueling. We'll click that.
Refueling truck is on its way.
All right, looking like 23.2 on the fuel. Gosh, that's going to cost us a lot of money.
The fuel truck arrives and asks to do it.
That's going to cost us a lot of money. We're losing money on this route anyway. So you could imagine this is going to suck. 23,000 pounds of fuel. We're not taking all of it, you know, -7, but still, that's a lot. You know, it's a lot of money we're to be eating on this route because we have a stupid alternate. Whatever. It is what it is. BRF Simmer, what's going on, man? That would be John. And by the way, we'll have to talk about our hiring process. We have hired all of our pilots, at least for this round. So I think our pilots, we hired 12. We went through 12 interviews, hired them up. We've got a few in training right now, so it seems to be going well. John is one of our pilots. All right, so we can ask him how the training's going. I'm sure he's pulling his hair out. All right, runway is, it's not bad yet, but it will be. We are going departure. We're going to pull this up. Departure. I'm going to pull up our release, right? It's going to be the Flazzi 2. Departure, Alaraya transition. We're going to go 8 right. And our arrival is going into the Corey 4 with PXT transition. Probably going to be an ILS 4. I'm just going to drop that in there now. I'll leave everything else. And then we'll go click activate, execute, perf. Let's go to the perf page. And I'm going to start my packs. I'll show you what I'm doing here. Hang on. You know, pictures are worth 1,000 words. Let's go start flight. Career mode, it is me, and we're going to go Miami-LaGuardia. It's about, the paperwork is saying 3 hours and 32 minutes, 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm just going to plan 3 hours even, just with that weather, you never know. Time departure, we got about 40 minutes to go here, probably about 35 now. Well, you know what, I'm going to give myself a little bit of time. I'm going to pad it. I always like to pad it. We're Wi-Fi equipped. We're going to go next. We're going to serve, we're not going to serve meals. We're going to serve snacks and drinks. And now we're starting to board. All right, here comes the fuel truck. Is the fuel truck there? Oh, we got one fuel truck. I hear something. I don't see anything though. Where's that airplane? Oh, there he is right there. By the way, we've got FSLT installed. I did that today. So let's see how that thing goes. We're still waiting on the fuel truck, but we could do the zero fuel weight. Zero fuel weight's estimating at 117.8. I'm going to pull up... that's one thing I didn't do. I got to get my charts going over here. A lot of other stuff going there. Let's pull that in there. Charts. I'm going to use my charts on this one. Sean says, I'm hoping for a beautiful view of the city of New York with 4 being used, currently per ATIS. Yep. What a way to spend more on fuel. What? Yeah, we're spending a crap load on fuel.
Your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
You can see that the GSX is pulled up too, so there's 2 fuelers there, GSX and then PMDGs, and unfortunately we're going to have to use... We kind of have to do it this way, and then you could go outside. You could see the numbers going up on the meter. Yeah, that's cool. But this is going to take a lot of gas. We're going to take a lot of gas. Take on a lot of fuel. That's what we're doing. All right, I'm going to unload. I got to get my charts up. I want to import a flight from SimBrief. That's the best part about the integration with Navgraph and charts. They're fantastic. And maybe. I'm going to import this. Import and open. That's what I'm going to do. Good. It's got a route there, the whole 9 yards. And then we're going to pull up our virtual performance tool, and I'll get that going for you. Oh, crap. All right. Let's go ahead and get the virtual performance tool. Pulls up. It's all of our weight and balance stuff already. We had that in there. it doesn't show us our weights on this, but it's going to tell us we had about 135 passengers on board. So we're going to go ahead and pull that in right now. So we'll go payload. I'm going to go 135. It's going to be a quick board because we'll do that. And then our forward's going to be a 4824. And then our paperwork says 1806 in the back. Now there's a couple ways you could do it. You see the zero fuel weight's pretty good. So 117.2. And we'll board with GSX. Once we're done with the fuel, we'll start boarding with GSX, but we're boarding right now as well. You could have done this with PMDG, doing the click up, but I just used GSX. So, and that gives us an accurate count, and that's kind of what I wanted to do. So I've got 117.2, and my paperwork says 117.8, which is pretty darn close. We had a few passengers that didn't show. So we're going to go with 117.2. That's going to be a good number for us. Fuel, in this particular case, we are going to be taking off at 23.2 minus, a few 100 pounds out of that because we're going to 8 right. So I would say we're going to go with 22.8. 22.8 on the gas. We're going to plan out here at 22.8. Reserves at a little higher than that. Reserves are going to be pushing 10.2, so give me about 9. That means if we go below 9, we've got a problem, and we're still flying. All right, cost index is a whopping 20. Why? Because we got to save fuel. This route is about money. It's not about schedule. Our other route, it's about schedule. So we kind of throw the whole taxi single engine out the window on that other trip. That 2-day schedule is a quick one. You're burning and turning the entire time because you're trying to save yourself from a Part 117 violation. So that's kind of what we do. 225 at 18 on top. That's really light. We like that. Up at altitude, negative 47 degrees. We're still hammering through this. Click OK. We're going to go to the N1 limit. And hold on that. We're going to go 140.5 on the takeoff. So I'm going to go 140,500 pounds. We'll get you this. I'll show you what I'm doing here. You could see 140,500 pounds. Airport is going to be Miami. So we'll do a search on Miami right now. Runways are going to be 8 right, full. We'll click all the weather in there. It is dry, looking good there. We are going to do 24 Ks, optimum flap, auto off and off. That's fine. That'll be anti-ice, by the way, and then improved climb, which we're not going to do. The MAC percentage, which is the mean aerodynamic accord on this, we're sitting at, if we go to takeoff, click your CG in there, it's 15.8. That's nice and forward, isn't it? Why would they give me a forward? That's really forward. There's a couple of solutions we can help that situation out, which we could do in this particular case. 15.8 is the MAC. That's really too far forward. I don't like that. And we're going to click calculate, and you can see our trim's way back. Let's go ahead and click this into here, and we're going to do our trim is at 7.25. Our cell temp is 51 degrees, so that's going to be an assumed temperature. We're going to use that today. Flap is going to be probably 1. Yes, it will. Flap is 1. Runway 8 right. I like these numbers. Looking good. Engine EFP is going to be climbing 92 degrees. Zibby 19.3 DME. Right turn to DHP. 113.9, 9.5 DME. I could make a 9.3 DME to DHP kind of thing. To Zibly. But anyway, that's gonna be the AFT. I mean the EFP. All right, all good. Non-published holding 2,900 on MSA. That's fine. We got the trim 39, 40, 43. So 139. 140, 143, folks. Looking good. All right. Then we're going to put this over here. Slide it on back. What do you got for the stuff? All right. Good evening, Jason. How are you? How's your work week? Has been well. How are you feeling? How about your Rangers this year? Well, the Rangers, there's 2 games that I've missed. Yesterday and today. I'm going to catch up on those. So they're 1-1. Well, from what I saw with Boston. They're going to look good. They're looking good. I mean, obviously the third stringers in there, that's whatever. That is what it is. But when the team is running, like I saw what I saw, it was I'm thinking they're not going to change much from last year. They're maybe a little more solid on defense, to tell you the truth, this year. So I'm excited to see where it goes. Sturkin looked great in net, so I'm super happy about that. Okay, but I don't know. I got to watch the Devil game. Okay, that's good to go. Init ref is good. N1's good. And takeoff is set. That's good to go. Click legs. We're going to go to the route data. We're going to pull those winds in. And we're still not done here. Once we're done with this, we'll start going with our checklist. And while I'm doing that, we're going to go click return, go to ground services. We're still fueling up, but as I do that, I'm going to click GSX, and we're going to start boarding our passengers. So we're going to request boarding now.
Boarding
we got
requested.
uplink coming in. We're going to click that. And we'll execute. All right. So those winds are in. Looking good. Go to the legs page, and I'm going to pull out my departure to make sure they jive up and they match each other. This is being a bear today, folks. I do not know why, but it's being a bear.
Pilots boarding starting.
Okay, looks like we've got 92, 124 to Jamba, and then Kobla. We've got Jamba, Kobla, Merrick, and then we're out and over the ocean, just feet wet all the way over. They've got us leveled at 5,000. We're going to try to bust that. We'll take a look to see if any, if no traffic's there, we're just going to go climb. They usually restrict you for the oncoming traffic coming into Miami, but we'll see. We'll take a look at our whatever it is, the traffic thing going on.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what I'm talking about.
I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be sure to place your
All right,
larger
good. We're
carry-on
starting to
items
board
in the
now. We got the
overhead
passengers
bin
coming, got
and
the
smaller
bags
items
coming in.
underneath the seat
We're still
in front of you.
fueling up.
Unless
We're
you're in
almost
the
done.
front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bin. If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to assist you. After you put your carry-on items in the overhead bin and it is full, make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Also be sure that the aisle is clear and sit down so that way other passengers can get by you. If you are seated in an emergency exit row,
now
please
what we're
review
going to do
the
is
exit
got the
seating
ATIS. We're going to go get
responsibilities
clearance
and safety
now.
provided for you. Please make sure that you are able and willing to perform these actions.
Let me get clearance.
If you're not,
Clearance.
please let a flight attendant know so that way you can be
We don't have
seated.
clearance, so
You are free
bypass
to use
clearance.
the portable electronic
We're going to
devices
do our
during
own
the
clearance
boarding
here,
process.
and
We
we're going
ask
to go
that
ahead and
larger
set up the
electronic devices are
MCP
stored
right
once
now.
we depart from the gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
We'll go set up the MCP. You see this?
Your crew has boarded. Passengers
Good stuff
boarding
right
starting.
there. All right, that's good. You can see the anti-skid's not working. It says in op right now, but it won't be in op as we get the power going and get this airplane ready to go. All right, coming in, we just did our takeoff warning horn, and I'm going to do a couple things, just really quick checks here on the trim motor. We're going to shut the trim motor off. We always do that. Check that. The aircraft is now aligned, so we're going to come back here on the alignment 2200. We're going to click test. Take a look at our ND display. Make sure that we've got TCAS. TCAS, what do you say?
TCAS test pass.
We got a good pass on that one. Trim was 7.25. That's nice and aft. I'm telling you, you got a forward weight there. I don't like that. Like I said, like that. We're going to do a EGPWS. Click and hold, 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 hold to the long hold till that goes out. Let go. How are we doing on fuel? Fuel looks good now. I'm going to go ahead and write the paperwork in there for fuel.
Wind shear. Terrain.
All right, so we got 64, 83.90. So 83.90 over 83.90. That's full wings there and our center tank.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Gear.
Ow.
Too low. Flaps. Too low. Terrain. Glide slope.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
100. 50, 30, 10.
23.20, folks. That's straight up.
Wind shear. Wind shear.
All right,
Wind
so
shear.
gallons. I'll show you the
Low,
gallons.
terrain.
You take 2,300 here.
Terrain.
Well, let me do this first here. 3,800,
Terrain.
and you
Terrain.
got 3,860. That what equals 76.60 maybe? Yeah. So, oops, 76.60. I'll show you kind of why it costs so much money. 76.60. We're going to subtract 23,200 pounds, and average that out. It's 15,540 pounds of fuel. So if I take 15,540 pounds of fuel, we're going to multiply that by 1.2. The cost of just fuel on this flight, folks, is roughly 18,600. Now you know why. So 15,540, we're going to divide that by 6.7, which is density fuel. 2,319 gallons were delivered. Let's get them off the aircraft now. So we're going to come over here, we're going to click return, we're going to click ground services, we're going to go over here, we're going to go do release the fuel truck, get off my airplane. Alright, you can see what's going on the outside. Here comes the fuel. Fuel is out. They're disconnected. And we're still waiting on some more bags. Passengers are coming in pretty good. Time check. We need a time check before we do our next flow. 6:34. We're doing good on time, folks. I like to see that. Let's go get the stuff for the passengers and everything else. Oil quantity. I'll write that paperwork down here. 62. Shoot, 66 is a little low. Our op specs right at 6. Our limitation 64. So I'm going to go ahead and refill that because I don't like it. I need a little bit more fuel than that. So we're going to call maintenance. Before we do that, I want to make sure that there's no something goofy going on with this thing. Let's click aircraft, click failures. None is active. Okay, that is true to life then. Sometimes it'll screw you up and go, oh, you know. Anyway, let's go ahead and call our maintenance truck. We'll call our maintenance crew to come, and we're going to go ahead and set the maintenance up. Ground services. Wait, that's not in here. It's going to be in the maintenance section. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and reservice engine oil. So when they show up, we'll go ahead and reservice our engine oil. Oh, look at that. That's hydraulic. So you can see we've got to refill that. Again, we could take off, but we're not going to take off in 2 hours. Our local maintenance is here, so I'd rather them pop the oil in the aircraft. I got to write that down, by the way, on the oil. So we went 66 over 70%, and we're going to do refill. I'm putting a note down so I know to mark that in our maintenance book. All right, we're boarding them up. All right. DFG, hey, what's up? It's just happy Friday. Sean Fritz, hello. I sent an email regarding if you were hiring. Wasn't real thrilled the response. Come see you. So, are you hiring? Wasn't really thrilled with the response. Come see you. Sean, when did you receive that email? Right now, we'll put you on a wait list. So we're done hiring right now. So I don't know who sent you that email, but we appreciate it. We're going to put you on a wait list. We probably won't hire for a little bit. You know, it's going to be a few months before we take the next round of folks. I'm sorry that that response you got. Another fuel pump related question. My apologies. Does fueling have to complete for the pumps to be on? I wouldn't put the pumps on when you're fueling gas, that's for sure. But you know, you can have be running the APU, you're gonna have a pump on, so I really don't think it matters as long as it's, you know, you're good. Let's see here. Coastal says, wow, okay. Did I get everybody? Sean, I believe he said not this moment, but he can verify for it. Yeah, anyway, we are done. We hired 12 of pilots. We've got 12 pilots coming on board. We interviewed all of them. So all of our pilots are full. We're going to go ahead and service the engine oil now. So we got 94.99 before pushback. 94 over 99. And then our hydraulic quantity is 100 over 99. All right. We got a really good bunch of folks on this first round of interviews. I was pretty impressed with them. It was really, really cool to meet everyone, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see. Now, keep your app in, because if not, if somebody washes out from training, which I assume is going to happen, you'd be in there. So, you'd be the next up. So make sure you put that in there. 638, we're looking good there. I'm going to go ahead and get going on the next flows. Our next flows are coming up. I like to hold those flows or delay them a little bit longer to about 10 minutes before push. So we're pushing here. We're going to be pushing back. It's 30. It's, let's say, 40. So we're looking at 40. We're about 20 minutes before departure. It's probably a good time to do it now. So we're going to come up and do our full flow here. This is called you could do this receiving flow, or this is called the pre-flight flow. Nav. These are off. Interfoam is off. EECs are on. We'll come up here. Flight recorder, going to flip that. That light comes off. That's good to go. Obviously, Paxox looks good. That is capped. Nice. Overspeed. Stall warning's good. That stall warning's good. And we're going to come down here. PSEU light is off. And we're going to just come on up. I still got to get used to this. Everything is capped. Yaw damper's coming on. Light should come off. Yep. Normal, auto, and normal. Coming back down. Oh my gosh. All right. Fuel pumps. Come on right now. Fuel pumps coming on. Seatbelt signs on.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you? I'm doing good.
I'm doing good. All right. Coming across the battery, just checking the battery health of the DC system. Now I'm over to the AC system. Obviously, just looking at the inverters here. That's good. And the ground is good. We're going to keep it on the APU gen. That's coming up. Window heat is on. All 4 of them. Probes are off. We don't need those. Pumps are coming on. You could delay this for, to 5-6 minutes before departure, but I'm going to do it right now just to help us. I'm not gonna burn the APU. That is for sure. 37,000. We're gonna climb up. Landing altitude, I believe, is like 0 in LaGuardia. I'm just gonna verify that. I believe it's pretty much right on Flushing Bay, if I'm not mistaken. LaGuardia is a whopping 21 feet, so that's below 50. It's below 25, so we're gonna go 0. In auto, on the right side, first flight of the day for us. We're gonna go to the right side then on the igniters. And we are actually going to turn on the center fuel tank pumps. And we are going to go ahead and check our crossfeed. Lights on. Light should come off. Flip it back. Looking good. And that light is extinguished. Great. Coming across here on the MCP now. Pressure is correct. We've got 29077. I've got that dialed in there. Coming across here, we've got, of course, outbound 0902. 177, let's go back this way. 0902, running 192. Okay. Ah, you stupid thing. My panel. I gotta reset my panel. Do it again. I hate when that happens. It's just one of those things, And after this, we'll get the weather in LaGuardia, we'll brief, we'll go through our checklist, and then the last thing on the deferred is just firing up the APU. So once we get the APU lit, we're going to be good. And then we can maybe push early. How's that? Get an early departure here. Okay, altitude on the climb, we've got 5,000, so we're going to hold that at 5,000 here on the top end. We're going to climb where's the airspeed? 143. I'll dial that into 143. Good. We got lights off. That's good. Our brakes on RTO. We should make sure that this arm light comes off. That's good. We're going to reset this. All right, that's at 0 there. Coming across down. Looks good. Looks good. All the way up and over this way. We're going to check the lights. This is our autopilot annunciator lights. All good there. Coming down over here, folks. That's good. That's good. We've tested this. We are zeroed. Flows are complete, folks. Let's go ahead and get the weather in LaGuardia. All right. Looks like they're buttoning it up. We're going to get an early departure out here. I like this. Maybe. Let's go get LaGuardia. Let's go get LaGuardia weather. I know it's early, but I like to write it down. There's a spot for to write this stuff down. We've got LaGuardia weather, and I'll look at the weather with you here in a minute just to kind of see, ascertain where everything is and stuff going on. So time en route once we're airborne, it's like, I think it's like 2 hours and 30 minutes, folks. The temperature right now in LaGuardia is approximately, what do we got? Temperature is, it's cold. 16 degrees, that's cold. 61, it's my kind of weather in LaGuardia right now. 61 degrees, overcast clouds, I'm sure. I'm using my trusty, we're actually going to push early. I like that. We just boarded everyone, so we're going to push pretty quick. We'll run our checklist and get the heck out of here. 57 degrees with overcast. Ride. Let's go get a ride report. So I'm going to do that right now. Let's go and pull that ride report in here, and I'll let you know what we've got going on. We'll fire the APU, and then we'll push. We can push 15 minutes early, by the way, if we get approval from our dispatcher. Oh, yeah. Folks, we're going to have a rough ride all the way. It looks pretty gnarly up there. So, surface to 18, 40,000 all the way up is going to be pretty, by Cape Hatteras all the way up is going to be bumpy. So, that's kind of our ride report. It's going to be cruise bumpy. All right. Good stuff. Can you hear the fuel pumps from the wing? Yes, you can. I'll show you. Hear them? You can hear that fuel pump kicked on? Pretty cool, huh? There you go. You can hear that. Okay, folks, I'll be right back. I'm going to do a quick PA for you. How's that? Stand by. Folks, welcome to Flight 3, nonstop service over to LaGuardia. Right now, the weather in LaGuardia is 61 degrees, overcast clouds. We'll be there in about 2 hours and 30 minutes once we push back. We'll be pushing back from the gate here in about 3 minutes. Might be a bumpy ride because of the hurricane. We'll keep you posted. We should be over the tops of those, however. And we'll keep you posted as we get a little closer to LaGuardia. Thanks for flying. Yeah, I got to do that. We just got it. All right, looking good. Let's run our checklist, folks. I'm looking at 6:47. We'll go ahead and get an early push. We'll fire up the APU first. APU's coming online right now. And we'll get the APU started for you. 1, 2, APU's coming up. All right, APU's starting. Fuel and fuel pumps. How many pounds we got on this aircraft? We have 23,200 pounds. Center tank's going to be on. And I've confirmed the center tank pumps are on. Good. Passenger signs, they are on. Window heat. Now stand by just a quick second. I want to make sure my passenger signs. We should have our seatbelt sign on. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn that on. Okay, seatbelt sign's on now. Just want to make sure we do that because we'll get a bad grade if we don't. Okay, seatbelt signs are on. Hydraulic pump, excuse me. Let's do this again. Passenger signs are on. Window heat is on. Let's go to window heat. Window heat is on. 4 lights. Hydraulic pumps are on. Doors. We're going to come close. We'll close the forward entry door right now. What the heck was that? That's something screaming over there. I don't know what that is. Okay, clicker doors. Come and close. Doors come and closed. Good deal. Ground services coming up. We're going to go ahead and release the AC cart right now. Okay, doors are closed. Pressurization is set and in the auto position. Auto brake is on RTO. Stab trim is set 7.25. Before start checklist is complete. That is it. Transponder is all set, ready to go, folks. Oh, look at this. Look at this. It's not an Airbus. Yes. I don't know what the white one is. It's probably one of our guys. Alright, come and take this thing. We got an unruly passenger again. But this is not an Airbus. That's really cool to see. Not an Airbus. 122.8. I'm going to plug that in here. 122.8. My dogs are barking like crazy, and I do not know why. But it's very annoying. I'm going to actually close that window. Alright. I'm going to come up and douse the candle. We got to get some our rods and combs going here for the departure. Alright, let's go ahead and pull the gate off the aircraft. We'll remove the ground power and we're going to remove the chocks. And we're going to remove the gate. Alright, so gate's coming out. We're going to go click GSX, main menu, and we're going to say prepare for push and departure. While they do that, we're going to turn on the anti-collision light is on. Looking good.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 03 with service to New York. Our flight time will be roughly 3 hours. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and
That's
tight
so
across
cool.
your lap. Your tray tables and
If you look at the
seatbelts
tail,
must
you
have
could
full
see
upright
the
alignment for
Southwest
departure. Cabin crew
paint
secure doors for departure.
on it. You see it? That's awesome. I love it. Pretty cool. Let's get in here. There you go.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
6:51 on the clock here. Let's go ahead back. I'm going to turn on our... Oops. This is coming to TARA. And we are on primary. We're going to be on... I got to go to a different view on this really quick.
Locking gear.
Alright, you lock that gear. I can't see in the dark. It's kind of a pain in the neck. Alright, coming back down. We want primary A3 mode. Primary A3. We'll just keep it on that. We're not doing an A3 departure or anything. Alright, we're going to do a quick use autosave. That's what we're going to use. I've already done this. So.
Release parking brakes.
Okay, we're going to release the brakes, folks. 6:52. Write it down. That's pretty good. Out. 6:52 local. I'm going to put that down right there. Brakes are coming released. Brakes released.
Commencing push.
And
All
now,
engines clear. Start at will.
here we come. By the way, we own both of these gates. Well, we don't own, we rent them. G4 and G6 out of Miami. Alright, we're going to go ahead and fire number 2. We're probably going to have to do 2-engine taxi on this just because the aircraft's pretty heavy. I don't want to, but we're going to have to. All right, bleed's on. Bleed is on.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Starting
please
fire
direct your
number 2.
attention to
Number
the
2
front of the
coming to start.
aircraft for a safety demonstration. When the seatbelt light is on, please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened
Honey
low and
drink.
tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another. Tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. In the event that the seatbelt light is not on, we suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened in case of
Let's see if this
unexpected
works.
turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. To
have
familiarize
to do
yourself
this
with the
later.
emergency exits on this
Fuel.
aircraft, please refer to the safety
Set
card in the
parking brakes.
seat back pocket in front of you.
Set.
In some cases, your nearest exit might be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor to guide you towards the exit.
Okay, we got a good
In
light
the
off.
event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth, secure the elastic band behind your head, tighten the straps if necessary, and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first and then assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it is safe to remove it. In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is
Unlocking gear.
located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Slip
I
it
think
over
we're
your
good.
head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red
looking
cord
good.
only
They're
when
pulling
exiting the
back right
aircraft.
now. We're going to go
If it
ahead
doesn't
and
inflate automatically, you may blow into the mouthpiece for
isolate.
manual
Tow truck
inflation.
disconnected.
ventilate.
The
Bypass
strap
pin
is equipped with
removed.
a whistle and a light. If you need to, your seat cushion can be used as
Left
a
is clear.
secondary flotation
Right
device.
is clear.
Please make sure to exit the aircraft as soon as possible and leave your belongings.
Okay, we're going to isolate,
Please
ventilate.
securely stow your personal
closed.
items. Make sure your seatbelts
Straight
are
up to
fastened
high.
and seat backs and tray tables are in their
Start
full
number 1.
upright
We're going to actually have to
position.
start
We remind
both
you that this is a
engines because of
non-smoking
the
flight. Tampering with, disabling,
weight.
or destroying the smoke detectors located in the laboratory
even though I don't
is
want to,
prohibited
we'll do
by
single
law.
engine
All of this
taxi
information
usually,
and
but
more
in this
can be
particular
found in the
case, a little
safety
heavy.
card located in the
You know,
seat
we're
back
pushing
in front of you. We
140,000.
suggest reading this and let us know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
I'm going to try to Alright, that should work, I hope. Here comes the fuel. Number 1 coming. There's the light. I hate to look this way because the stupid thing disconnects on me sometimes. And I really don't like that. And actually, I'm going to click this. Click to our reset. And then I'll click run. And I'll reset the chrono. Starter is closed. Looking for rollback. Rollback on the EGT now. Okay, good. Coming upstairs. 1 on the bus. 2 on the bus. I'll lock this up. I'll come back upstairs. APU is off. Won't burn any more fuel than I have to. So then I'm going to come over here. Probe heat coming on. And let's check. Our inverter looks good. 2, 3, all the way around. Good. That's good, that's good. Oops. There we go. Pack's coming on. Lead off. Coming down here, up here. Continuous taxi is on. Flaps set. 1. That's it, folks. We're ready. Let's run the checks. Come on now.
We're ready for departure.
Generators are on, probe heat is on, anti-ice is off, not required, flight controls are free, flaps 1-1 with the green. 1-1 with green, right. Transponder is on TARA, that is it for our taxi checklist, folks. Let's go. Call them up. Miami traffic. Riptide 3, taxi runway 8 right via Papa, Miami. I'll get to your questions here in a minute. I'm just gonna try to taxi out here the best I can. There we go. I'm gonna move this away. I got all this crap all over the place, and then I'm gonna unlock my stuff.
Please note, the cabin lights will be dimmed for departure and landing.
Okay, I pray this
If you
works.
require
Alright,
additional
I'm gonna
lighting,
reset
there's a
this.
leading light on the panel above you.
Alright, I'll get to your questions and stuff after we depart. How's that? We'll start chatting. I want you to think about some systems you want to talk about. We get airborne, we can talk some systems. Okay, Papa all the way up. Nice sunrise. We're going to get a nice sunrise out of Miami, folks. You're going to love it. I like being out of the gate nice and early. I have taxied single engine out of here before, heavy like that. It just takes a lot of power to get the aircraft rolling. So you're burning more fuel just on the go than not. Now we're doing pretty good. Well, there we go. So it's going to be Papa all the way down. And while we're at it, we're going to do our checks coming up here. Antenna notification. We're going to take one of these throttles, push it up. Got a master caution, probably doors. Alright. So why did that happen? We're going to master caution with a door. Anybody know why that happened? And it says left and right overwing doors. What would you do? I'll tell you what I would do. Right now, I'm going to call the flight attendants. Three chimes. There's a phone call. Alright, so then they would get on the phone and say, hey, what's going on? And I would ask them. More than not, it's a nuisance alarm. So I would say, do we have any overwing exit doors open? They would look and say, no, Captain, those doors are closed. I'd say, okay, I know what's the problem. Thank you. So now I just verified back there. What's wrong with the aircraft? Somebody tell me what's going on with the airplane. It's saying that our overwing exit doors are open, but you can see they're closed. Does anybody know why that is? It's not a bug. Somebody says it's a PMDG bug. It is not. This is actually true to the aircraft. Sometimes this happens on the airplane. But I want to know what happens if we push our throttles up. What's those lights are gonna do? Right now you can see those alarms there, right? So you could say, okay, let's clear this. We could push this and say, ah, shoot. Right? Well, I'm gonna do a gump check, so I'm gonna push them way up past a certain, and now they're off. Huh! Click recall. No alarm, folks. Why is that? Alright, before takeoff checklist, takeoff config, we just checked at PAX. They are set, looking good there. Bleeds are set on. Altimeter is set, recall complete, we just did it. Takeoff checklist is complete. And we're still humming. This is going to be an RNAV VNAV departure right here. We're just going to hook up the LNAV and VNAV. We're not just actually going to, we're just going to arm it. We're just going to use it as guidance, right? We're not going to actually fly it until we're comfortable. Engage in the autopilot, I should say. Alright, let's call Miami up. Looks good. Is that an aircraft up there, folks? I don't know if that's an airplane or if that's a star or what's going on. Miami traffic, Riptide 3, taking runway 8 right, Miami. Anybody in the pattern? Nope. Landing lights coming on. This light is on. That is on. 1, 2, 3. That is on. One last quick check. Looks good on that side. HUD's coming in. Arming the auto throttle. Alright, speak now forever hold your peace. Looking good. Here we go. Coming up to 40, pushing the yoke down. Arming the toga. Alright, nice and stable. Bring him up. Toga. Toga sets. And we're on the roll. Our 8 cars just took over. It said there's 80 knots. We're going to release some back pressure there. Or forward pressure, I should say.
E1.
We'll go.
Rotate.
Nice and smooth. Happy birthday to you. Looking good.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear coming up. Fly the toga bars. That's that toga line right there. Now the yeah, a little bumpy already. Anytime we're in Miami, it's going to be bumpy. All right, we're going to start the turn in. Start pitching the nose down. All right, there we go. We're going to climb up. Bug up. And the airplane has done it already, so I don't have to worry about doing all that. The airplane's got it. And Miami is, the city of Miami is right off the nose. Pretty. Get ready for flap retraction here as we pass flap 1. Hey, flaps up. Going RNAV to Jamba. And I know we said 5,000 feet.
Yeah,
We're going to go ahead and see.
40 heavy taxi, runway 12. Cross Pitches cargo via back across runway 12.
All right. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and engage autopilot. Alright, there we go. 4 for 1,000 to 5,000. It's going to push the nose over. We're going to level at 5. Remember, we've got a restriction here, so we're going to apply that restriction. And I'm going to take a peek to see what we've got going. Look at this pretty. Gosh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? This route is beautiful. I don't care what anybody says. It's a gorgeous route. Let's go outside. It's too nice to be sitting in here. That's for sure. Yeah, that's pretty, huh? Nice, pretty route coming through. I'll take a picture. There we go. Look at that sheen of light coming off the wing. All right, I gotta fly. Let's go. Let me look at the traffic to see if we've got any traffic restrictions. Anybody's coming down in here in Miami. We're just gonna hold it if it is. It is severe clear, folks. I got one aircraft down going to Fort Lauderdale, so we're going to be past him, no problem. This guy's going with us. We got an American going to LaGuardia as well. We're good, so we're going to go ahead and cancel that climb, cancel the restriction, I should say. Let's get some shots here of this prettiness before we start the climb up. How's that? Look at that, huh? Alright. Enough of that. Alright, let's go back in. I want to go ahead and cancel that climb restriction. So we're going to go ahead and bring it up, and then I'll clean the aircraft up, obviously. We're going to go 37. Too busy looking, right? Too much eye candy around here. 37,000 coming up. Gear. Auto. Auto brakes. And we're retractable's coming in, and let's go ahead and start the climb up. Push that in. Here we go. I push the altitude intervene. It won't do anything because one, I've got a hard altitude here. So what I'm going to do, so you can see, that should kick in here any minute. Let's see what we got. Mark. Where are my charts? Yeah, we're going to go right from Mark. You can see this flight level 37 altitude hold. We don't want altitude hold. There we go. Climbing. Here comes the power, and here comes the climb. And now we're cooking with gas. Let's go. We'll do a climb check. Right now, we're actually going to do a climb check. All right, folks. That was fun. Cool, cool departure out of there. Really pretty. We'll start the timer. We'll stop that timer just because of the. Just wanted to make sure the engines warm up, and they have here, obviously. Okay, packs and bleeds. We're going to check those out right now. Packs good. Bleeds are on. Pressurization is coming up. So your cabin altitude is climbing. Our cabin. So we got a cabin climb is getting a climb here. Our differential is up, and our cabin altitude is coming up. So exit lights off. We'll leave that on, and then we'll go ahead and turn off the starters to the off position, the igniters, I should say. So packs and bleeds, pressurization, start switches, APUs off, flaps are up, and no lights. Good to go. And now enjoy a beautiful sunrise out of Miami. Here comes 10,000 feet. We'll go ahead and click the attendant notification here. Let them know we're passing through 10,000. I expect bumps. Right now it's pretty, yeah, ish.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet. You may now turn on your larger portable
so the airplane's going to command.
This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated.
I'm just going to just take a look to see how bumpy it is. It's pretty smooth, folks. This is not where the bumps are going to be. They're going to be a little bit
we do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access
just north of Jacksonville. I expect the bumps. We're getting a little bit, but you know, if we start getting a little more bumps, then I'm going to have to slow it down to 280 on the climb out here. So we might have to do that. Or we might have to even go slower below 15,000. So we'll take a peek on it. We'll just see how these, we'll see how it's going to play out for us. How's that? I have real turbulence installed on this sim. So if there's like, you know, it's called CAT or something, I think it's like real air turbulence or something like that. It simulates any, you know, CAT, clear air turbulence. It'll actually inject that into the sim, which is really cool. I mean, I flew the MD-80 earlier on a charter to Williamton and back, and we got thrashed. I mean, it was definitely, it wasn't through a hurricane or anything. We were over it and around it, but still, it was enough to really buck the aircraft around. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's get to your comments. Yes. Is your MD-80 X Delta? No, it's an X American. It is November 497 Alpha Alpha. We renamed it, renumbered it. We re-registered it, I should say, to 497 Charlie Sierra. Kind of a nod to the aircraft's history, just because it is a flying dinosaur. We're getting into bumps here, folks. We're going to turn this dang thing down. 280 maybe. Let's see how we do. Like I expect a rough ride out all the way up on the East Coast here, folks. It's just light turbulence right now. I'm not too concerned with that. So yeah, it's the MD-80 is awesome. It's a beautiful airplane. I love it. So much fun to fly. Will Coastal permit V1 taxi? Yes, we taxi fast on that last route. The next route that we fly, not this route. This is our Bar Harbor St. Thomas run. This is all leisure. Our next route or 2-day schedule, is just pouring the coals on the thing. So yeah, you want to get up to taxi speed about 30 knots if you can get it. It's like go, 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 go. It's so stressful. And you have no time to turn the aircraft. I mean, you've got about 30 minutes to turn it, and you're pushing. So it is a quick, and you should see when we get to Key West, oh man, that's a 40-minute flight. So you're up and down, and then you're turning in 20 to 25 minutes. You're pushing the schedule. Here comes 18,000 feet. We'll go ahead and turn off everything. Our lights are coming off, folks, except for the strobes, obviously, the beacon light. The wing lights and logo lights are off. Now we kind of settle in, right? We'll settle in for the climb. But anybody answer that? I'm going to keep going about the doors. Let's see. Tyler, what's up, man? I just saw you up there. Unruly Passer. That's my dog, right? So Coastal is pet friendly, huh? Yes. We are pet friendly. What fisherman doesn't want to take their dog with them? The ramp calls. Got around 2 bags. Be right back. He's working the ramp. I love it. It's so cool. Coastal is definitely pet friendly, but when they become unruly, we have to get the duct tape out. That's very true. Take me longer to get in the tug, drive to the gate than it would to run 2 bags. It's very true. Tail with the Southwest still a little bit on it. Love it. Yep. FLN, what's up, man? How's it going, right? Hopefully you're well. How's your training going and work and all that stuff? Hopefully they're keeping you busy. All right, here we go. Tyler says it's a bug. Nate Snake says overwing door test. Reset after 80 and 1, I believe. Checking in. I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening. Scott, how are you, my friend? DFG, so why do the door lights come on? I will tell you. I personally prefer the engine sounds of the NGXU over the NG3. I see Jay is living dangerously today, flying through the remnant of the hurricane. Yeah, it won't be too bad. Wow, beautiful. Yup, nice. Loving this. Oh my, amen. All right, okay. The doors. Let's go into the doors. Sometimes those doors have a nuisance alarm where it's just they're not locked. You say, what? That's exactly right. They're not locked. By the way, the Bahamas, right there, straight ahead. I mean, it's Bimini, I think, and then we're going to turn north. Maybe. I think it's Bimini. I'm getting sidetracked. Let me just tell you this. The doors have a pin, and there's 2 locks. They're 2 actual automatic pins that lock. If you're ever sitting on the emergency exits, and I do often, sometimes you can hear it. If you listen, you put your hand, click, click, you'll hear the 2 clicks, pimping, and that means the pins are locking the door. Believe it or not, it's pretty cool. So on takeoff, I forgot just standard. I went standard on that, so sorry. So on takeoff, you're right. When the throttle is past a certain percent, okay, it will automatically kick off. If you're at the gate, and you could do that at the gate. You could sit there at the gate, push the throttles up with the engines off. The engines don't have to be on. You just push the throttles up to do a throttle check, and those door pins will come in, and then latch, click. That's it. Simple as that. So anytime you see that nuisance alarm, it's just a nuisance alarm. You know, that's why you call in the back and say, hey. And I wouldn't even call it back there, honestly. I just pushed them up first, then dropped it, and then did a recall check. And then if they came on after that, I would have investigated, right? I would have called back and said, are those doors closed? What's going on? Probably looked at the QRH and went from there. But normally speaking, it's a nuisance alarm. Pretty cool, though. It's simulated. So that is true. I love it. Anyway, there you go. Hopefully you learned something. 2 little locking pins on that overwing. It's awesome. Okay, through 25,000, I think the airplane's a little confused. It's bouncing up and down, back and forth for top climb. And let's go outside. Oh, look at that, huh? Beautiful. Beautiful airplane. I love this paint. It's really nice. That's a nice picture. Yeah, I'm going to be taking pictures almost the whole flight. Cool. All right, while we're out of here, let me talk about what's going on in the future for us. We've got these lanyards. So these are going to be for sale. Anybody wants them, let me know. Whatever, just send me an Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram, Coastal Airways. And then I want to show you what else we got going on, cooking up today. We got a company store right here. Coastal Airways store. If you want like a cool shirt, mugs, t-shirts, we've got it all here. Check it out. flycoastalairways.myspreadshop.com for all your apparel. We got some fun t-shirts up there, and there's more coming. There's some really good ones on their way as well. We got Thrust that's in there. Some cool stuff. Yes, Scott, I downloaded the FSLT. I did, and that model matching is sweet. Now, what I've done is I've already linked it to VATSIM, so already I tested it. It looks awesome. That's great. What we're not doing, though, is we're not doing the injection, and the reason why is we're on VATSIM, right? So that's not cool when you're trying to land and you're VATSIM. You've got VATSIM controllers, and you've got an airplane on the runway. I do like the realism. I love that it pulls real data into it. It's so cool. So if you're not a VATSIM flyer, that would be awesome for you to fly, folks. So it's really a cool program. The best part is the price tag. I cannot believe that sucker is free. I was ready to buy it today. I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to buy it for the stream, and I'll get it done. And sure enough, I couldn't believe it. I almost fell out of my chair when I saw the price tag. I went, what? That's just weird. But that's super cool. I'm so glad they do that for the community. I think that's really cool. Anyway, thank you. Training-wise, I had a solo pre-check. Good. Had some things I need to brush up. Yep, keeping on at it. Good. On the downtime, I'm doing ground school for my PPL. Excellent. You've been super busy at work. Airline guys, roster, keep rotating. Not fun. Keep track who's new and who's not new. That is super true, isn't it? The rotate, the high rotation of you're always rotating people. I mean, I think that's everywhere, to tell you the truth. Anyway, check out the merchandise. Obviously, it goes to help support us at Coastal, and it helps support this channel, to tell you the truth. And you get some cool swag. So check it out. There it is. A lot quicker than AIG2 responding. Cool. Yeah, it looks awesome. Like, so far, I'm super impressed with it, And, I just flew at this flight, so obviously. What's going on here, folks? The lanyard's all jacked up. Now, what's so cool about these lanyards, they're breakaways. So if you get stuck in a belt loader or something like that, it's coming off on you, which is excellent. It's not going to pull you in. It's going to disconnect first before you get sucked into a belt loader or something like that, which is cool. And like I said, I'm just waiting on the badges. Once I get the badges in, that's it. And the badges are pretty cool as well. Oh man, I gotta do this. I used to have one on the ramp, one of these things, except when I worked the ramp, I had a disconnect up here, so you could just clip it, and then it dropped off. But pretty cool stuff. Are the bags rescued? Yes, I'm back. What were you doing? Tell us what. Obviously, probably American. I'm assuming. Was it what kind of airplane was it? You working a 320? What were you working? All right, 30,000 feet, nice and slow on the climb here, folks. Getting into Gaza, which is approximately just north of Flazi. We'll hit Gaza, then go up to Al Raya. And if you see this, these are our flows for our pilots. So if any flight crews are watching this, these are coming your way. Hopefully I'll be done with these this weekend, and then I can hand them over to you, because 301 is a failure if you don't get these dang things down. It's a fail. And I have to do the flows too, because there's some differences that I'm used to as well. So I will tell you, there are some differences. So you're not the only one, is what I'm saying. Sure are. They are wet and OTW to Baltimore. Okay. Cool. Ryan says, but Jason, I occasionally have snuck on my sim or checked your stream and a few others. Hoping to squeeze again my virtual airline flying with some... Okay, cool. That's right. Of course. Yeah, you'll get in there with the Denver base. That's right. No problem. Ryan says, it's charter season at our airport. We did one charter airline a day. The rest dealing with the FBO corporate jets and the flu. Oh, the flying school. Okay, I gotcha. I was like, the flu? That sucks. Who wants that? No one. 33,000 feet, folks. It's beautiful out here. 2,000 feet on the... We'll do a burn check coming up in a little bit. Really cool, huh? Let's go into this. Let's get you a better look on this side with the sun coming up. Let's see if we can get a good picture. There it is. Look at that. Nice sunrise. You know? So cool. It's pretty. It's pretty. It's a pretty view. What else we got, folks? What do you want to discuss today? Where the turbulence is going to start? Just north of Jacksonville. Right now we've got surface to 18,000, but we've got some reports coming in at 18 to 45,000, and that one, that's actually just north of Virginia, so we might be lucky. We might get lucky on this one. Man. Cool. There we go. Of course. For now, I thank you for the LOA, but rest assured I'll be back. Repping our virtual airline. There you go. You'll taxi at 50 knots again, you said? Yeah, probably. All right, let's get some weather stuff going on here. That's right. Going to do a little cycle here and show you a different view. Yeah, you can see it now. Look at that tail section. That's super cool. All right. I'm going to go ahead and keep it on this view. I love this view with the engine. That's pretty sweet. I wonder if I could just do end. Well, there we go. All right. So 36,000. We're going to go up to 37,000. Alraya. That's the end of this. The departure here. Once we hit that, we're going to go. It's pretty darn smooth. We're doing pretty good on our climb out. It's looking great. And I'm going to get you some weather here in just a minute. We'll show you what's going on with our weather reports and everything else, and I'll show you where this flipping hurricane is. It is a hurricane, or is it a tropical storm? It looks like it's a tropical storm now. It's a tropical storm. I just verified. So it's a tropical storm, and it's sitting right here. You can see right off the coast of Virginia there, or South Carolina, North Carolina area. When we push through this, we're going to be going through this stationary front. Then we're going to be pushing through a warm front, so I expect a lot more clouds as we push north. I expect that to cloud up a little bit as we go north. And you can see the pressure gradient here is just real tight. The winds are wicked here. So Myrtle Beach, all our flights are probably going to be delayed or canceled in here in Myrtle Beach. Probably. Hopefully this thing moves out, and then again we'll have to shut it down in West Virginia. We'll see how it goes. But we're going to push through here. Our route of flight takes us over the ocean, straight up. We go right through Wilmington, right up through here. We'll make landfall right over the top of this thing, and then over. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that is our route of flight. Our route of flight, we're going to make landfall at Williamton, South Carolina. Or excuse me, Williamton, North Carolina, that is. And probably right where the storm is. So we're going to go right over the top of this storm, folks. And I've already looked at the tops. They're pushing about 30,000 feet. So we're at 37. We're going to be over the tops of those. I'm not concerned. There's a few cells that were a little high. I wish we had radar. That's the one thing I wish we have. But I'll tell you what, we're getting a good tailwind, so we're going to keep that tailwind going. All right, let's have some fun. What systems do we want to talk about today? I'm going to take a look at this really quick. I'll show you the radar really quick before I go on another subject, but let's look at the weather radar. You can see what the radar is doing. Our biggest cell of concern is right here over Jersey, south of Jersey here. This cell is going to be pretty darn nasty. But we're going to push up through here. This doesn't look too bad. Maybe over the top of this stuff. Maybe it's cloud surf. I don't expect high stuff. I do over here. But we're not. Our route of flight is going to be Williamton and then up through the gut of the storm. You can see these bands just approaching LaGuardia. So we could shift and land to 2-2 again if those winds come in. Looks like the winds are going counterclockwise like this. So the flow... That's where we're getting 4 because those winds are coming down this way. So we're going to go right in. Hopefully we keep it at 4. You guys get a great view of the city. But I'll tell you what, if we're going to get vector 2-2, you'll get another good look at the city coming right over Manhattan and then back around. All right. That's kind of the route of flight. It's a pretty route on this route. All right. We're at 37,000. It's pretty smooth right now. So let's do that. Let our passengers know it's a smooth ride. Maybe. Yeah, maybe not. But I am going to turn off the seatbelt sign here for them. Sean says, is Coastal evaluating any other aircraft type to add to the fleet? Yeah, Pat, I'll get you a rival here in a minute here, bud. I'll get everybody an update in just a minute. So, yes. How's that? So right now, I take that with a grain of salt. So right now, it's if an aircraft is going to fit our schedule or our route structure better, we'll look. All right, like we picked up an MD-80, and I did that because it was dirt cheap. Okay, we got it for like $9 million or something, like $9.7 million. And I'm not using that on mainland flights, or that is not a line flight aircraft. That aircraft is a spare and run for charter. That's it. It makes tons of money on charters because it's a fixed pay. You don't have that fluctuation of passengers, bookings and stuff like that. It's just one rate. It's $20,000 an hour. Done. You know, so if they book it for 2 hours, that's 40 grand minus the fuel. Fuel's 20 grand plus the cost of the aircraft. We're still making, you know, we could be making 15 G's. I mean, 15K on a flight. 15. That's pretty low, but you know, on a 2-hour flight, it's not great. 2.5, 3 hours. You're making good money on that airplane. So that's why I picked up the MD-80. It was dirt cheap, and we needed a spare. I couldn't afford a 737, and no pilot just can fly the MD-80. You got to be tight. You got to get checked out on the MD-80. So you at least need 100 hours to fly. Once you're in our airline, you got to fly at least 100 hours to get your time up before you can qualify for the MD-80 checkout. And then you'll do a checkout, and those charters come up once in a while. I'd probably say maybe once a month or once every quarter. That depends. But yeah, I'm always got my eye open. Mike, I'll just give you an idea. I had a virtual airline. They're selling their fleet. Right, so they emailed me and said, hey, we're selling our fleet. We have 4 800s for $11 million each. And I went, oh my gosh, that's a steal. You know, that's a steal. These airplanes usually are 20 million plus. You know, 11 million was a It's just a steal. So if we had the money in the bank, I would have sucked those up really quick because I would have used those eventually. Probably not right now, but eventually would have added them into the fleet, right? Does that make sense? So we're not going to be, to answer your question, we're not going to be like every other virtual airline, just flies everything under the sun. We're not doing that, okay? That's just not our scope. That's not who we are. It's not what we do. But that's not saying that if an airplane comes out that fits our schedule and the performance is great and the fuel burn is great, we might take advantage of it. And it's cheap. We might take advantage of it. It will not be an Airbus. You can guarantee that. Okay, so if you're looking for Airbus, it's not going to happen. Not on this fleet. Nope. Not happening. It just doesn't fit our schedule. The 737 does, right? The 737 is a great airplane, good performing aircraft. 700 is great, perfect for what we do. You know, and to be honest with you, an 800 probably could make this route profitable. So I could get an 800 and be profitable. This route is not profitable for us. I'm just letting you know we're losing money. We're probably losing $5,000 each way on this route. But we make it up on our next leg, which is in Bar Harbor. So that route, we go from LaGuardia, Bar Harbor to LaGuardia, LaGuardia back. That run makes a ton of money, and that definitely, that one run right there, those 2-3 runs that we do on this day one, that supplements the loss of this route. So it's worth LaGuardia, because you're going to fill airplanes, right? You're going to get airplanes full. Going into and out of LaGuardia, it's just very competitive, right? There's a lot of people operating in and out of LaGuardia, so that's why somebody said, "Oh, what about the 600?" The 600 doesn't make any sense because you're still operating. Your operating costs are way high, right? So your operating costs, I'd say way high, but they're pushing $2,000-$3,000, up to say $8,000 an hour, depending, right, on maintenance and what you got going on. But usually airlines will run them about $3,000 an hour. You're still doing that on a 600, and you're only putting in 120 people or 110. It doesn't make sense to operate a 600, right? So everybody's like, fly a 600. I would love to. Can't. It doesn't make operational sense, right? If it was dirt cheap, even then, if it was dirt cheap, you know, there's only 60 built. 69 of those things built, I think. Anyway, just hopefully that makes it's got to be done. It's a business decision, right? It's got to be a business decision, period, before we even think about changes like that. All right, folks, let me get some updates for you. Penn wanted to know some updates, so let's go ahead and get some updates. I'll give you ETAs. I'll make an announcement, shut the seatbelt sign off, and we'll be ready to rock and roll here. All right, how's that? Ooh. Time check right now. What do we got? 7:36. And we're going into Al-Aria. Is it Al-Aria? How do you say that? Al-Ria? I don't know. Okay. Let me get my weather going here, folks. I'll give you a little bit of update on LaGuardia. Not much change. Not much change. But I gotta make a PA. So, hour 40. And we're looking at okay. And that puts us in at 1320. Where's my paperwork? Dang it. I always forget this stuff. I need my we at Coastal like nostalgic things, right? So check this out. We've got a timetable. Now I just printed this out for the heck of it, but this is our timetable. We like we like airports like timetables, right? So I got to put these together. But anyway, I show from our timetable, and give me a second here. We should be arriving in LaGuardia at 10. That's not right. Yeah. Early. Okay, hang on. I'll be right back. I'm going to give you a cool view, and then I'll give you an update. How's that? Does that work for everyone? There we go. All right, folks, stand by.
Folks, from the flight deck, we're at a cruising altitude of 37,000 feet. Seatbelt sign is coming off. We ask that you remain seated, keep that seatbelt fastened just for any unexpected rough air. We expect some turbulence here as we push north into the Carolinas where the Hurricane Ivan is, or tropical storm now. Due to arrive in LaGuardia about an hour and 40 minutes, 61 degrees, few clouds right now at 3,500 feet. Thanks for flying the Shark.
I love that, Bob.
You can have it up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that
There you
you
go.
keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
What do you say? How'd you like that? That was a cool PA, wasn't it? About an hour and 40 minutes, folks. We're going to get you in actually a little early. How's that? 20 minutes ahead of schedule. And to be honest with you, we're pushing great time, making great time. We're going to do a burn check here. At Grubber, we'll do a burn check. Cody's checking in. Is that Cody I saw? What's a dream destination for Coastal? 100% moneymaker. Ooh. I would tell you, but then I would be giving it away. How's that? So, another thing I like to do with routes is, one, it's got to be fun for you. And the airports we have, I think, are a lot of fun. You know, LaGuardia is a major challenge, and so are our, day 2 is a challenge. I think all of day 2 is pretty rough, except for Myrtle Beach and Miami. Everything else is not so great. Let's see. What time estimated arrival? Got that pen. Hopefully that works. Sean says it's Coastal Valley. Okay, I hope that answered your question, Sean. Shaquille says, what's a dream destination for Coastal? 100% moneymaker. I don't know yet. Checking in late. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Just your average weeb. What's up, man? How are you today? How are you doing? Love it. Very nice to hear. All right, Sean. Sean, honestly, if I had my choice, let's just say this. Let's say PMDG or another great developer releases a study level 757. It would be hard for me not to buy that airplane just because I would love the 757. But it's got to fit in our schedule. That doesn't necessarily mean in the future we might want to go from Hawaii to Hawaii and on the West Coast expansion. We are going to expand. It's just, not huge. It's going to take some time. And we're getting bucked around right now. Look at this. Remember I said those clouds are going to start increasing? Well, here they come, folks, as we push in a little to the north here. North of Jacksonville. We're still mid-Florida. I think we're a beam Daytona. Daytona's off to the... off of our left wing. Daytona's out there somewhere on the left side of the aircraft. Probably about 60 miles away, 70 miles away from Daytona. But we're going to do a burn check here coming up at Gruber. And we'll see kind of how we're looking on time and stuff like that. But anyway, the reason why the 757, it's a high performer in, I could get that aircraft out of St. Thomas, no problem. The performance on that airplane cannot be matched. Maybe South America, right? Who says we're not going to South America? Who says we're not? I need an aircraft that can get in and out fast South America has a lot of airports at a high and hot altitude, high and hot airports. Well, the 75 is a great performing aircraft, right? It could do that, no problem. And they fly it into Eagle, for crying out loud, for a reason, right? Because it is a kick in the pants aircraft. I would love to see that airplane, but it's got to be a study level sim. It can't be, it can't be a light or something like that. So I'm going to evaluate all that stuff, and that's the fun part of this, right? We're going to have to see what's going to fit with our schedule. But anyway, I love the 7.5. It's a sweet airplane. So I love it as a passenger, and from what I've seen, the pilots love it too. The 200 is great. Let's see what else. Ryan said a 12-hour shift. Yeah, they suck, huh? Captain Shaquille says I'm doing 16 hours. Oh my gosh. Neat PA effect. Yeah, cool, isn't it, Cody? I love that that mod. Got a medical PC-12 coming in here in 22 minutes. I'll watch out for a few. Good deal. You got to go give it some gas. Are you feeling? You fueling yet? Sure, you're fueling. Oh, absolutely. Sean says absolutely. Are you talking about the 7.5? Is that right? Bluebird Simulations preview to 7.5, predicted 2023 release date, if I recall correctly. Yeah, but it's a light version, so we'll have to see, Cody. And I don't think we're going to get a 757 within the year. It's probably going to be 2 years, maybe, if the prices depends how we're doing on our finances and stuff like that. You're going to see a lot of 737 growth. And to be honest with you, I even looked at the CRJ as smaller airports. I'm like, man, the CRJ would be a good little aircraft to operate into and out of real small airports. I could see us doing that. Probably not going to happen, but I could see a CRJ working for sure. Maybe a 700. Again, you're putting 74 people. The cost is really low on those airplanes, so I don't think we're going to do that, but we could. Yeah, Ryan, I believe you. The 7.5 is a beautiful bird. Well, I'm always going to be in seat 1A, so I'll be around for the journey. There you go. Sean, it's refreshing to see a VA take the financial consideration. So refreshing to see someone modeling real business. Yes, and my gosh, we do. Ask the pilots that fly every month. By the way, this is our last revenue flight of the month, folks. And so every month we take all the PIREPs. We calculate CASM, RASM. CASM is cost per available seat miles, and RASM is revenue per available seat mile. All of that. And, I took a bunch of airline business classes, so I love airline business. Our expenses, fixed, indirect costs, all of that is factored in. Insurance costs. Every airport we fly into costs us money, right? So, and they're real dollars. I didn't make it up. I didn't throw darts. I actually contacted the airport authorities and said, we're operating a 757 or a 737. What would it cost? What are you looking at on your landing rates? How much money are you spending on gates? Every airport's different. Every county is different. Every town is different. So all of that is calculated. So like when we do a flight, folks, it takes a long time to get going, to even look at how much, all right, how much is this going to cost to operate? Is it worth operating? How much employments do they have? Is it worth even going there? Did that early with LaGuardia. There's Gruber. Let's go ahead and take a burn check. We got 17.5. Let's take a look on our paperwork. Hold that thought. 17.5 at Gruber. Gruber right there. We've got 16.8. That's a problem. Normally I'd like to have 17.5, which we're a little bit, the burn is a little bit more. The issue, or the burn is less, which is good. We like that, so we're going to give it a check. The only problem is, take a look at this. What's our estimated landing weight? 128,000 pounds. What's our maximum gross landing weight? 128,000 pounds. So, we might be calling maintenance. I might be calling maintenance dispatch right there. Ding! Overweight landing request. That's possible. Look at the clouds, folks. We're starting to cloud up a little bit. Like I said, it's gonna happen as we approach the Carolinas, and it's coming. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the lighting in the flight deck now. Gonna save on some of the and just to let you know, like how crazy this thing is. Like we are nuts. One of our pilots was flying yesterday, right? And we're doing an eval. We weren't doing that. We're just watching him, and he's got the APU, pulls in the gate, and he sets the brake, right? And he's got the APU. He doesn't have the APU. Oh, he does have he has the APU on. He sets the brake and starts going through the panel, like. And I'm like, whoa, time out. Brake engines. Shut that. That's money. Shut the money off. And, so it's things like that where we're going to be teaching our flight crews to start thinking like your money. It's all about money. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, it's safety. It has nothing to do with safety, right? You get into the gate, and the first thing you need to do is shut the engines off. Period. Get those dang things off because it's costing the airline money. LaGuardia is a great example. If we're flying LaGuardia 22 and we don't turn the APU on short final, you're going to be sitting there for 2 minutes while the engines are turning and just burning fuel, waiting for the stupid APU to fire up. So again, it's that kind of thought process. All right, short final APU's coming on because our gate in LaGuardia, you'll see, is over in Alpha 6. So it's on the Marine Air Terminal side, Alpha 6. It is one of those things. It's just you touch down on 22 and you're right there. There is no taxi time. I mean, you're taxiing off. You get off the runway. You're pushing everything. You're doing a whole bunch of crap, even to the stop. So if you don't have the APU running on short final, you're going to be world of hurt. You're behind the aircraft already, and that's the fun part. So it's those kind of things that we teach our crews to do. And they're just coming into the module 300 series. We got 300 series. We got 30. We got 300. There's 4 or 5 flights in 300. There's 4 flights in 400. There's going to be 4 flights in 500 series. The 400 series is a grind. It's just going to beat the crap out of you. That's what it. I mean, it's one of those things. It just beats you up. All right, let's go get there to. Hopefully 737 MAX comes out. Yes. Now, I don't think we could afford the MAX, to be honest with you. Right now, we probably couldn't afford it. So we would need, a lot of airlines, obviously, when they do this, they buy and they get loans. They get loans on capital. So they sit there and they're in debt. Tons of them. They have so much debt. Our airline is not. We are probably 6s right now. That MD-80 set us back a little bit, but I think we're going to catch up. I think we're to be almost zeroed cashed right now, which is great. And then next month is just all money in the bank. So next month we'll keep, and it's just the 3 of us flying right now, folks. There's only 3 people released to the line, and we've got 12 in the hole, right? So we've got 12 people in the hole, and 3 are released. So Gulfstreams, Globals, Challengers, and Phenoms. Oh, there you go. Cool. Fort Collins, Loveland, Jet Center, my normal main big guys. Golf, okay. I'm land service tech at the FBO, part of the Colorado Jet Centers. I work in Northern Colorado Regional Airport. Yep, I deal with fueling mainly, but I do everything. I used to love fueling. It was so nice. Cap Shaquille says, oh, that's nice. Cool. I'm on the ramp for, American in Charlotte. I mostly run bags in the tug, not in the bin much. That's good. In the bin's a rough job. Let's see. Nice. I see them here. Don't go near them. Then I fuel the flying school fleets. Okay, PA-28, 172, DA-20 with low lead, right? 100 low lead on that. Fun. Ryan, I do the bags on the tugs. Today we had an Allegiant charter, so I was doing bags on the belt loader. Good. I used to work at Million Air FBO. It was fun. Yeah. AA is probably much better paying for the two, isn't it? Cool. Let's see here. I gotta go plane inbound soon. See you, Ryan. Have a good one, bud. I do one job and one job. Work 3 days, 2 16-hour shifts, and I have an 8. I have an 8 and I have 4 days off. Nice. Cool. All right, let's have some fun. What did Pop say? The F-14 can do it fast too. That's funny. Oh, I love it. The F-14, that would be fun. Huh? Too bad it's not making any money. That sucker's a burn. That's a burn money type of aircraft, not a make money type of aircraft. All right, let's take a look at our VATSIM and see what we got going on. We've got New York Center, Houston Center, DC Center. We're going to be throwing on DC Center soon, folks. I think right when we get to Williamton, 117.1. I'm going to dial that in here now. When we get to Williamton, we're going to have to talk to ATC, folks. So let's do a little bit of work right now in terms of fuel. We've got a fuel light on. That's just because we have low pressure in the center. I forgot. You're not supposed to run that dry. And I did. Oops. Anyway. That's what happens when it's half hidden because my screen is caught 4 inch. I got 4 inches of my screen I can't see because it's all dark, which sucks. Anyway. I want to get into some NOTAMs, so let's go ahead and look at some NOTAMs right now while we are in cruise. This is a good spot to do it. Not a mess. Called NOTAMs. Alright. I'll walk you through the NOTAMs and we'll kind of get ready, just kind of get our head straight for the landing and see what we've got, if anything, to worry about out there with NOTAMs. Okay, we've got ice slip down LaGuardia. All right, let's look at LaGuardia. Markings are faded. Faded. Lead off line, that's fine. Center line markings are not standard. That's fine. Runway 22 touchdown markings left side, not standard. LaGuardia taxiway, all enhanced center line markings are not standard. Taxiway Echo, surface painted. Okay, no FTC NOTAMs. Taxiway terminal between Bravo and Terminal Bravo, ramp closed. What is that? Number 1, Bravo, taxiway Bravo. Let's take a look at the chart really quick. I'm just going to look at the chart. Just want to see what they're talking about over here. We're going probably on 4. So if we land 4... I'm going to probably try to brake hard. I want to get off on Papa, folks. If I can get off on Papa, I'm just going to try to sneak the brakes in there and slam the aircraft in. And we can get off on Papa. We'll probably taxi down Alpha to the gate, okay? So just letting you know, we're going to go on the north side of Alpha. We'll see how that works. Okay, we're good. That doesn't apply. Birds are in migratory patterns right now. That's fine. LaGuardia 7 departure, which doesn't apply. Runway 13, ALS is unserviceable. Alright. Transient parking spot 9 close. We're getting called. We're getting a call. Who are we getting called from? Jack Center's online. Ailer's online. Alright. Tyler, did you contact Ailer yet? I don't know if you did. Jack Center is I don't know. 135,925. 135,925. 135,925. Let's give him a call.
1066 in the box for exit 515.
See where we're at.
1240 heavy, level 350.
I'm sorry, what was your call sign? Aircraft ending on 1240, what's the call sign?
I gotta see what route we're on. It looks like AR-16.
1240, 1240, what's the call sign?
AR-16 CeeLo.
Exit jet 515, radar contact about 8 miles south of the Savannah VOR, flight level 380.
1240 heavy, level 350.
Yeah, I'll remember.
Again, exit jet 515, radar contact 8 south of the Savannah VOR, flight level 380. Thanks, Dr. 515. The aircraft calling ending on 1240. I just need your call sign. What's your airline?
Huh. Call him up. Jack Center, Riptide 3, AR-16, CLO 37,000.
Riptide 3, Jacksonville Center, squawk 1033, 1033.
1033, Riptide 3. How are you doing?
Doing well, how are you?
Not bad. $10.33, folks.
Jacksonville Center, Blue Wind 6 is with you at 20,000, 20,000. Blue Wind 6, Jacksonville Center, squawk 1012, 1012. Can you repeat for Blue Wind 6? Cut out. Blue Wind 6, squawk 1012, 1012.
Yeah, we're clouding up, folks. Like I said, about an hour, and CeeLo will let you know. I'll give you an update here on weather. Weather
contact about 12,000 field intersection, flight level 370, welcome aboard.
All right, CeeLo is pushing.
Blue Wind 6, radar contact about 40 northwest of the grandstand of the OR.
Once we pass CeeLo, folks, it's about an hour and 20 minutes, give or take. So we're almost there. We're getting to that halfway mark ish. So I'd say about an hour and 15 minutes will be good to go. All right, back to the.
Yeah, Roger. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, let's do this. Oh, cool. Hey, Sean, thanks for the sub, man. I just saw that. Thank you. Appreciate it. If you're still on. So I'll give you folks an update here on the weather here in about 20 minutes. We're not going to be on Jax for too long. We're going to be booted to DC.
Oh, just checking in. We are doing VFR at 2500, direction to Orlando VFR. VOR.
Okay, you're checking in, but that doesn't answer my question. What can I do for you? Are you looking for flight following? What is it that you're looking for?
Yeah, flight following will be great if possible for Mike India.
Number 24 Mike India, squawk 1051, 1051.
1051 for Mike
Hang on, folks. I'm sending a company text. ACARS message, and then I'm going to get back to the. I want to get back to the NOTAMs really quick, and then let's do a scenario. All right, how's that? Let's do a scenario. So just give me a second. Let me send this off to.
Number 24 Mike India, you are about 13 miles south of Jacksonville Airport, sir. You are way in Jacksonville's approach airspace. If you want flight following,
all right, that's off.
7.0.
Looks like they're closing, so they direct me to Unicom.
All right, folks, let's go right back into the.
Because you're VFR, if you don't request flight following, they're gonna send you to Unicom. Even though they're still having handoff the sector to me, there's nothing I can do for you. If you want flight following.
Okay, Roger, thank you. We'll call them.
Blue
all right,
Center 133.72, 3372. Have a good one.
3372, Washington Center, Blue 16. Thank you.
That's going to be us. I'm going to put that in the hole, guys. 133.72 for us. It's coming up. So we're just going to get into the hole, and this is where you're going to get busy. Probably hit the lav really quick and come back. All right, we've got LaGuardia takeoff minimums don't matter. AP Airport closed executive 4 hour may be available. Okay. ILS.
Didn't file
or localizer 4 amended 38, disregard note, DME from the LaGuardia viewer to me, and note.
Are you RNAV capable?
Disregard note.
I am RNAV capable, yes.
Okay, so are you able to accept RNAV arrivals into Miami?
I am able to do that, yeah.
Alright, stand by, I'll have a reroute for you.
Roger, what's the reason?
The reason is you don't have an RNAV arrival when you are RNAV capable, sir? Actually, you
LaGuardia
don't have
7
an
departure,
arrival at all.
done.
American 330, yeah, you're correct. This is because I actually followed with a VFR aircraft instead of the 9-1.
We've got the 7 departure expressway visual, amended 9 procedures, not applicable unless assigned by ATC. Okay. ILS runway 22 SA Cat 1 Cat 2 amended 2-1. Procedures not applicable except for aircraft using approved alternate methods of compliance.
at Myrtle Beach. Delta 394 Jacks, clearance on request done by American 330.
Lobby 5 arrival. Alright, looks like there's no NOTAMs for us really to worry about. And the rest is Miami, then islip. So we're good. Let's go ahead and get a weather report into LaGuardia, folks. Like I said, in about 15 minutes, I expect a change, but I don't see any issues so far for us. LaGuardia right now, looking good. Let's look at the weather radar. And I'm going to show you what the weather radar looks like.
Just add that to the end of your flight plan. So after GOX, you clear direct C-tag to join the sandbar to arrival into Miami.
There we go. So you can see what's going on here. We've got right on that borderline there. Look at all that weather. That rain coming in. This is going to be nasty, but we're going to be coming to... This is all from Ivan, folks. So watch the rotation here. You can see it just pushing up. All these are bands, outer bands of this tropical storm. Looks like we're getting some rain, for sure. So we got islip as our alternate, and we've got LaGuardia right here. If we can't get in an islip, or if we can't get in LaGuardia, we can't get in an islip, we could try JFK.
Readback is correct. I don't have any type of weather anywhere close to Myrtle Beach. The closest I have, it's gonna
because
be
of the
Charleston,
it's all knocked
and
out.
They are showing wind 250 at 11 with an altimeter of 2968. Thank you.
All right, there you go. All right, so that's what we got so far. How's that? All right. Okay, scenario time. Let's have a little fun with scenarios, and then we'll head out. I'll hit the lav real quick, come back, and then we'll get ready for our top of descent.
Airborne Express,
Williamson's coming up.
1240 Jacks, you still with me?
Remember, I said this is all the tropical storm under the aircraft.
Squad code is 1027, 1027.
1027, AVEX 1240, that.
I expect another about 15-20 minutes in Jack Center, and then we'll be kicking off. Sweet.
American 330, flight plan updated.
American 330, thanks, appreciate it.
Gotta let him know. All right, folks. Let's talk about a scenario or a system, right? Let's say we get...
902 Jacksonville Center, hello, squawk 1004, 1004. Airborne Express 1240, you filed flight level 350. What's your current altimeter setting?
I'm looking at the system.
2992, level 350.
Okay, you need either your altimeter is run or your simulator is not simulating the correct pressure, because you are...
What if the left elevator field or the left elevator pitot light went on right here?
I think it's an X-plane.
This left elevator pitot light. Okay, everybody with me on that? What happens if that kicks on? Now what are we going to do? All right, so we're sitting there. We're shooting the breeze about the news.
Here in the next about 80 miles or so, if you could try and work.
We're going to be
great.
we're going to be talking about weather in LaGuardia. Right now it's fine, but I expect those rain bands coming in by the time we get there.
Hello, FedEx 210, we're at Columbia.
So bam, the
Jacksonville Center clear to the
annunciator panel comes on, and you read, oh,
FedEx
anti-ice.
Stand by for 1 second.
We look up, we say, okay, we say annunciator light on, anti-ice. We look up, we got left elevator fee or left elevator pedo. Now what? So let's go into the QRH. We're going to consult the QRH, obviously, and we're going to find out
unfortunately, can have you
what we're going to do.
7 arrival as a turbo jet arrival only. Just stand by
And I'll
for
show
a,
you. Let's
for a
get the thing pulled up. How's that? We'll go to our manuals. We'll pull up the QRH, and we'll have a look. How's that? So I'm going to go ahead.
324 is with you, flight level 2370.
Very good, 324 Jacks, climb on maintain, flight level 380.
380 from Mecca 324.
Alright, so here's our QRH. We got the QRH pulled up. And you can see the quick action items. Probably not going to be here. Okay, so we're going to have to go to the index. And we have a left light.
So exit jet 515, descend and maintain flight level 370.
Alright, here we go. Left elevator pedo. You see that right there? 3.3.
So I gotta have you, let me try and get you to Atlanta a little bit early and then get back for that. Just give me 1 second, let me try and get you.
Give me a second, I'm freezing up here. Hang on.
Jet 515. And exit jet 515, contact Atlanta Center on 132.907.
Alright. So we got a left pedo elevator issue. Okay, what we got?
I have your clearance up, ready. FedEx 210. FedEx 210
we're not in icing.
It's
just kicked on, right?
Columbia, VOR, that's Charlie Alpha.
And we're right here. Pro-Pete.
Join Victor.
One of these lights are on. One or more Pro-Petes have failed. Avoid icing conditions. Flight and icing conditions may result in erroneous flight instrument indications. Now, we know we got to avoid icing conditions. Well, what's the weather in LaGuardia right now? Now you got to start talking about, we got weather, and it's in LaGuardia, and right now, right now we can have issues. Okay, so we could say, oh shoot, is that going to be an issue for us? And it very well could be. So it depends on our weather in LaGuardia. Right now, LaGuardia is reporting.
Let's see, runway 29er, taxi via Delta.
16, right? So 16 degrees. Remember, 10 degrees is where we're going to have issues. All right, so 10 degrees and lower. By the way, we're over the storm. We're not yet feet dry yet. We're still over the ocean. But this right here, folks, out the windscreen and out the window is all of Hurricane Ida. Or in this particular case, it's a tropical storm. So now what are we going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start getting...
7184 Jack, squawk 1067, 1067.
I want to get some ride reports, and not only that, I'm going to ask for icing.
1067,
Do we have any icing, right? So
902, radar contact,
I'm going to start looking at icing plots.
The Remus intersection, flight level 360, welcome aboard.
I'll give you an idea. Ooh, descent, folks. Look at that. Between 17,000 and 22,000, we got light icing.
Sort of weather there, because I have no idea what runway we can use.
Okay, so we've got a trace of icing. We're going to be in icing conditions on the descent, folks. Now what? You know, we're pushing a tropical storm up here. So what are we going to do? Anytime we descend in the New York area, expect icing, okay? At least coming down, there's an ice report over Jersey right here. I don't like that, right? So that's not good. We've got to avoid icing conditions.
And currently showing an altimeter of 2958, wind 23012.
Don't think about what the temperature is at the airport. Think about what the temperature is up at altitude, and it's going to be in icing conditions for sure in the descent. So does this throw our plans off a little bit? Now what? What do we do now? Our alternate is in islip.
84 radar contact, about
right? Our alternate's in islip.
Flight level 350, welcome aboard.
But the descent is a problem over the whole northeast area. What could we do? Right? I got to listen here. I don't know if he called me. I got to listen. Hang on just a minute. I want you to think about what we could do. You guys start thinking it over and listen. I'm waiting for the handoff here. We're going to get the DC Center 133.275 or 725. Sorry, 7 1/4. 133 what? 133.72. Yes. Start thinking of that. Be right back. Going to drive home. We'll be back, I assume, on the descent. Cool.
FedEx 210, ready to go, Tina. FedEx 210, fly runway heading. Runway 29, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading? 29, let's pick out FedEx 210.
FedEx 210, whenever you get a chance, just check your squawk code.
Yeah, we're checking it now for FedEx 210.
Thanks.
Projection center, AVX 40. Can you confirm we're showing level 350 right now?
Yes, sir. Now you're showing 350.
Alright, I'll need altimeter of 31.46 to make it work. Start with that AVX 1240.
So much for the better simulator. We have traffic. Break. Riptide 3, contact Washington Center 133.72. How we going?
Over to Washington Center 133.2 or 72. Look for an email too as well.
Appreciate it.
133.72. There we go.
FedEx I-22 Washington, maintain flight level 320.
Flight 320, FedEx 32, and request to flight 360.
FedEx I-22, I have that for you in about 30 seconds.
Center is United 400 feet for the approach.
And United 400, are you established now?
Yeah, we're established.
United 400, clear out, runway 1 center, approach runway 1 center, clear to land.
By the way, guys, you see my tie tack? You haven't seen my tie tack.
01 Tango, turn left heading 270.
270, 01 Tango.
GPS Advance 17, radar contact lost. November 201 Delta Alpha, are you here?
201 Delta Alpha, go ahead.
And number 201 Delta Alpha, just Mr. Check on, I got you now. And let's see here. Not a good one for you, but we'll go with, let's see here.
And Williamton, folks, we are feet dry. Right? We're over the shoreline, and we're crossing into the Cape Hatteras area.
American 2684, contact New York Center 125.32.
12532, 2664.
And I'll give you a weather update here.
Contact New York Center 125.32.
We're not very important because we're just cruising.
And FedEx I-22, when I said 30 seconds, I meant like I'll have it for you. You don't just climb on your own. But what altitude do you want to go up to?
Oops.
Sorry,
I wasn't supposed to do that.
FedEx I-22, climb.
So you can see in the distance, we've got some bumpers coming up.
Thank you.
Thunder 42 Vector with you 5,000.
There's 6542 Victor, wash items.
I'll let him call it. Say the ID.
And number 6542 Victor, radar contact, climb, maintain 11,000.
11,000.
And
Washington Center, rip.
I start this free, good night. And East Coast Jet 71, you are clear of the Dallas runway 5 approach.
Dallas 5, I need different.
And East Coast Jet 71, change the visor frequency for cancellation, they are on the ground this frequency. No traffic observed between you and the airport.
Welcome.
And let's see, what is that? Coastal, I'm sorry, Riptide. Riptide 3, are you here?
Yeah, check it in. Riptide 3, 37,000.
Riptide 3, Boston, roger.
Can we step away for 10 minutes, sir?
Charlie was with you at 410.
And let's see here, November 1126 Charlie, or November 1126 Charlie Lima, Washington. That's a lot of numbers there. Got you on 410, thanks. And let's see, United 2, Cushion 906. Not sure why Atlanta's not taking it, so just hang out with me here for a minute. They should have the handoff on you here in just a minute. I'll let you know, and once you get on them, you can make the request to step away.
Alright, copy that, United 906.
Delta 7891, contact Atlanta Center 132.907.
All of these clouds are from Tropical Storm Ian. This is a big system. You can
Delta
see how big
7891,
this
contact
is.
Atlanta Center 132.907.
132.907, Delta 7891, how we want.
Today, November 42 Victor, Quebec
Let's get a burn check. Burn check over Williamson.
Direct Montebello, 3042 Victor.
Direct Montebello,
Like that.
And American 723, Roger.
15.1.
American 84, cross hogs, flight level 190, report.
We're about
leaving
1,000 over the
370.
burn, folks. We've got about an hour of flight left here.
All
A little less
right,
than that.
we are going to cross, say the waypoint again, please.
American 84, cross hogs, hogs intersection, flight level 190.
Cross hogs at 190.
I'm just going to get approval to leave and hit the lab, come back. I want to talk about what we would do if that happened,
Right,
right?
text park this freak, good night.
This guy's pretty busy. I don't want to bother him.
Washington Center, index 1240, good evening.
Index 1240, Washington Center, good evening.
Wash Center, Riptide 3. Can we step away for 10?
17.
United 906, contact Atlanta Center 132.907.
No. No, you may not.
United 906, contact Atlanta 132.907.
132.907, United 906.
Good day. And who called unanswered?
It was Riptide. Sorry.
Just letting you know we had a connection error, but we're back up.
And EPS 5517, Roger, and you're still flight level 300.
Affirmative.
And then EPS 5517, Roger. Radar contact 10 southeast of Kessel. And who else was calling there?
That was Riptide 3. I'm just looking to step away for 10 minutes.
Riptide 3, request requested, advise back.
Washington Center,
Riptide 3.
81 looking for
They're busy.
IFR to Orlando.
Here, I'll give you a wing
We
view
are
and
at
I'll step out for a minute.
And Southwest 13.
This is all Ian, folks.
Roger, out of PDC 4, just a minute.
American 1985, flight level 220, heading 253, direct Laughing.
American 1985, Wash Center, correct billet.
Repeat that last instruction for American 1985.
American 1985, correct billet.
Billet, American 1985.
And Washington Center, Southwest 978, Bravo Pier, ready to push.
And Southwest 978, push and start is approved. Call for taxi, and let's see, clear runway 15 right for departure.
Clear to push, 15 right, Southwest 978.
November 01 Tango, descend to maintain 2000, turn left heading 180.
180 down to 3000, 01 Tango.
Washington Center is 1126 Charlie, and we got a power up ready for you.
Stand by. And East Coast Jet 71 on the ground. East Coast Jet 71 on the ground. And Riptide 3 traffic, 1 o'clock to, correction, 1 o'clock 30 miles southwestbound, Boeing 737, 1,000 feet above you. Not back yet, cool. American 7 traffic, 11 o'clock and 50 miles northbound, Boeing 737, 1,000 feet below you.
American 7 will have the traffic.
Header. November 01 Tango, 4 miles final approach, fixed, turn left heading 130, maintain 2000 until stops on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 10 approach.
Cleared ILS 10 approach, 01 Tango.
DC, Southwest 8509, sending me the M3.
South 8509, Wash Center, squat 4415.
4415, 8509.
American 1985, cross billet 1111,000, the Baltimore altimeter 3005, more than 1 hour old.
30, Boston, sorry. DC altimeter 3005, cross billet at 11,000, American 1985.
American 1985, that's correct, except the altimeter. The altimeter is Baltimore's altimeter is 3005, more than 1 hour old.
Boston altimeter 3005, American 1985.
Southwest 8509, radar contact 50 miles northwest of Kessel, descend via the Anthem 3, arrival landing east to Baltimore altimeter 3005.
Alright, Anthem 3 landing east, 3005, Southwest 8509.
Number 7901 Tango, Baltimore wind now 040 at 10, gust 23, runway 10, clear to land.
10 clear to land, let's hope I stick it this time.
Good luck.
Thanks, gonna need it.
We're all counting on you.
Yippers.
AVAX 1240, Quebec Sea Isle.
Digging AVAX 1240.
AVAX 1240, Quebec Sea Isle, Sierra India Echo.
Direct Sea Isle, AVAX 1240.
November 291 to the mic level 2. Thank you.
And number 291, Charlie Mike, Watch Center, roger. And maintain flight level 290.
Maintain 290.
I hope I don't do that.
And American 84,
Tyler.
you want to just reset, or you want to turn the transponder back on, we can see what altitude we're getting out of it here. It seems like there's, I think just these low pressures are causing some weird conversion stuff on the system for people today.
Alright, we're just starting our descent now, and we are back on, and I think it's an X-Plane 12 issue, to be honest.
Yeah, it might be that. Like our ERAM and Star, all the ATC clients here, they're supposed to provide a compensation, but depending on the clients, it sometimes does weird stuff and doesn't apply it the way it technically should.
Yeah, I'm at 35.8 right now.
And American 84, yeah, at least it's consistent. It's showing you 36.7.
I'm going to say, and we're going to have some. And you've really ruined it for me now. You know that, right?
978, runway 15 right, taxi via Tango, Papa.
Okay, folks, I'll give you a weather update here.
15 right via Tango, Papa. Southwest 978.
Joe covering New York Center. Sweet. Hatch at 182. Easy covering New York. Let's see what we've got. We got a weather update coming up in LaGuardia, folks. Not just yet. It's coming. Yankee.
Washington Center, this 1126 Charlie.
Yeah, we've got 10 section miles, few clouds at 3,500, scattered at 9, overcast at 14,000.
Yeah, we just have moderate turbulence up here, flight level 410, all the way back from Greensboro to where I'm at.
26 Charlie, roger, thanks.
I'm going to call him back. And Washington Center. No. Washington Center, Riptide 3, we're back. Whether we got that or not, don't know. Okay, folks, so I'm expecting thunderstorms coming up here. Looking at, going back to our scenario here, what about, we'd have to find an airport with no cloud, you know, and either it's going to be north, and I'm thinking north of LaGuardia, so we're going to either be pushing, we got to get away from these clouds, right? So we're going to be pushing, you know, crap, I'll even push, let's take a look at BDL. So I would look at Bradley and see Bradley's just to the north. And I'd be looking at Bradley right now. It's nasty, right? A few clouds at 11,000, overcast at 2,200, so 22,000. So we're going to be punching that layer in there. Man, I don't think we'd have enough fuel to go north of that. Let's see, 15,000. With you need reserves, so ooh, that's the issue about this, folks. There's like, if that failure really occurred, you would be up a creek almost. It's all cloudy. I mean, it's all nasty. And look at Boston. Let's look at Boston. Now we wouldn't have the gas for Boston. But Boston right now is reporting 10 miles, few clouds at 15,000. Overcast to 22,000. This is all from the storm. All from the storm, folks. I mean, it is just, the whole Northeast is socked in with like that. I would look at icing reports, but if worst case scenario, what I would do right now is start looking west from where we were, right? So I would say, okay, what about, we're in the Virginia area, what if that we keep going to somewhere up in, oh, it's going to be nasty. Look, Roanoke. I bet you Roanoke is just packed as well. All of this crap is just going to be socked in. The storm's huge. So Roanoke, Virginia right now. Roanoke's reporting 10 miles, light rain, broken 1700. Nope, definitely don't want to be there. I mean, maybe. Do you have the fuel to go to? We could turn around. I mean, that's one of the things we could do is maybe turn around and go into. I would look at Florida. I would look somewhere in maybe Tallahassee area or maybe Jacksonville.
American 1985.
Get us away from the clouds. So you can't fly it. You with this, you can't avoid. You can't have icing.
American 1985.
So the problem is these clouds are so
really
high.
Time to do that. How long are you gonna be gone?
You're gonna ice.
Probably.
And like I said, I'd look for icing reports.
3 minutes or less. Let me know when you're back for American 1985.
Even Jacksonville, dude. It's overcast at 7,000 feet. But the good thing about Jacksonville is at 7,000 feet, you're probably not going to be iced up because they're right now. Well, their temperatures are low. It's 11 degrees.
Southwest 978, runway 15 right.
This is no bueno. The whole thing's no good. It's no good. Man, I don't know. I would pray. We got 198. Let's start looking at some descent numbers. How's that? Right now we're 131.5. We're going to be 1,000 over, folks, if we keep burning the way we're burning. So 131. We'll probably land at 129, about 1,000 pounds over gross. I would start getting a gross weight approval. We can land above gross. You can do that. It's only 1,000 pounds, so I'm sure maintenance would be like, okay, this is what you're going to want to do. And yes,
Center,
it might hurt me, but we'll see.
American
Okay.
2344, watch comment 10, file 230.
All right, let's go to our virtual performance tool. I'm going to go to the descent.
Watching Center, American 2643.
American 2643, watch center.
Landing en route. Airport search is LaGuardia. New York. Runway is probably going to be 4, I'm assuming. Let's see here. LaGuardia's reporting.
And 1240, how long you say?
1009er?
5 minutes.
Probably.
Okay, sounds good. Let me know when you're back.
Roger.
Conditions. Dry. It's dry. It's not raining yet. It will be. Probably by the time we get there. Flap configuration is 40.
American 2151 with you, leave in
AC is going to be auto, anti-ice. We're
watch climate 10, file 210.
probably going to have engine anti-ice on at least during the descent. Brakes, all. NNC's none. Auto brake is auto.
978, radar contact, climate 10, 11,000, stay altitude leaving.
Reversers are operative, and I'm going to say 128,000. We're going to add 5 on the ref. I'm not showing you, but this is what it looks like.
American 1985, descend via the Dill 3, arrival landing north, the national altimeter 30.
That's what we got. So we're going to add 5 on the ref.
Via the Dill 3.
And we're going to click calculate and see what we come out with.
Can you get that altimeter?
Anti-ice is on, data is only valid for OAT less or equal to. Okay, we don't need to do that.
3000, American 1985.
American 84, contact New York Center 125.32.
Okay, we can't do 1, 2. We could do 3 with no procedure, and that's what we're going to do. So we'll set it on an auto brake 3.
Southwest 978, climate 10, fly level 340.
With 7,000 foot
Center
of
291,
landing.
Charlie 9, put a drone, cross drone at 11 at 11,000, the Norfolk altimeter 3, correction 2,
60-20 on the feet, and runway is going to be 4, I'm assuming.
Washington Center, hello, KLM 61.
4. Flaps are going to be 40 degrees. We're looking at 136 on the speed.
Washington, Roger.
That's our V target. Okay. Everybody good on that? I like those numbers. I think they're pretty solid for us. We're looking pretty good. So let's set it out at 40. Go ahead and enter that in there. All right, let's go ahead and set the ILS.
Mike Whiskey. I'll have it descend via here for you.
Let me pull my chart up here. LaGuardia. Charts. We're going to go approach. ILS runway 4.
Radar service terminated. For exchange approved. Indy Center is not available. Have a good night.
It's not an ILS right now, folks. I mean, it's few clouds at 3,500, scattered at 9,000. This is that's pretty benign.
And American 7, contact Jacksonville Center 135.902.
But we're still going to use the ILS.
And American 723, contact C Jacksonville Center 135.902.
Hey, Captain Beluga, what's up? How about Philly? You know, Philly Penn looks like you'll be talking to my buddy. All right, Hatchet, I got you. I got that one.
No, 1126 Charlie Lima, cleared direct.
What failure? So I'm talking about a pitot heat
yeah,
failure.
November, Oscar, direct
So if we had a pitot light come on right now, right here, this row, what would you do? And the QRH is saying you can't. See that we're cloud surfing over the top of the, like I said, we're probably getting to these tops, but right now it's pretty darn smooth air. We haven't hit those bumps.
American 2344 to maintain flight level 210, that'll be the final.
So Airport LaGuardia. This is going to be our final weather, folks, into the airport. Sorry. I want to do that. Okay. LaGuardia wind right now, 100 at Niner, nice and pretty light. Visibility is 10 statute miles.
DC Center, what was the identifier for that?
Looking at few clouds.
We're 1126 Charlie Lima, Echo, November, Oscar, direct Echo.
And again,
November,
it's
Oscar,
overcast. I'm just going to put overcast
after,
at 14.
The
problem is, look at the temperature, folks. It's 16. So you know what? At altitude, you're going to be iced up.
Echo November, Oscar for 6 Charlie.
That's if we did have that failure. We couldn't descent through this because people are icing up.
Yeah, the Oscar.
30.18, and we're going to go runway 4. We're going to be Alpha.
Southwest 978. Let's see here. You know what? Let's do that. Southwest 978, you're clear like a Little Rock.
Looks good on our charts here.
Southwest 978, you broke up there.
All right.
Southwest 978.
LaGuardia 044, so our course is going to be 044.
Southwest 978.
And we're looking at 1105. I'm going to dial that at 110.5.
Southwest 1381, push on Alpha is approved.
Walk in the park, folks, until the weather updates again. Like I said, we're going to get into increasing clouds, and we'll probably be cloud surfing up here at 37,000.
Push on Alpha, approved, call ready for taxi, expect 15 right.
Okay, we got Hopewell, which is Jersey, so we're getting close. And I'm going to go ahead and set
Southwest 1381 watch. November 81749, contact Atlanta, Center 132.907.
We're not going to do anything else other than that. All right.
6522, radar service terminated. Purchase change approved.
That's funny,
not available. Good night.
Good night, FedEx, thank you.
Washington Center, Southwest 1381, go ahead.
Southwest 1381, push on to Alpha is approved.
Push on Alpha is approved. 1381.
Set. We're going to go forecast, request those winds in. We'll request those winds. Get some descent requests going on here. We're looking at 3018. 3018 is going to be the altimeter. 30 decimal. Still high pressure, you know, for considering those bands are moving in. 3018, we're going to go ahead and click execute that. We're going to load this, and it should populate our winds here. And now we're going to click execute. So the aircraft now knows, okay, better descent probabilities. It's going to calculate all the winds here that we have. And we've got Hopewell VOR approaching. And Hopewell is, I'm going to go ahead and arm that. I've done that. Okay, let's just talk about Mr. Approach out of LaGuardia. Runway 4, pretty much really nice for you folks on the left side of the aircraft. You're going to see the you're going to see Manhattan great if you were really on the left side of the airplane. You're actually not going to see anything because of the clouds, right? Until we pop out, which is going to be around 3,000-ish. A few clouds at 3,500. Temperature is still stable at 16 degrees, so we're looking at 60 degrees. 044 on the course. I'm going to set that on one side, and I'm just looking at icing. You know, icing is a possibility. We've got some reports of icing. Right now, those cells. And David, thank you for your sub, bud. I just got the alert. I appreciate that. That helps out, man. Helps the channel. By the way, if you haven't subbed yet, go ahead and consider doing that. We're working here for you. It's going to be about 25,000. So.
Did you give a handoff kit to American 1985?
Let's look at the Corey 4.
Perfect. American
Corey 4 arrival, folks. We're going to start at PXT, which is a Patoxic 117.6. So that's coming up right here, PXT. I'll go ahead and operate this really quick. We're going to go to the legs page. We'll flip it out over here. You can see I brake proud because who knows what's going to happen. Runway 4. It's not really a visual, but it's a marginal VFR day. I mean, it's probably scuddy. I mean, we could do. We just could do.
I need to amend my flight plan and see if I can't get down into
Dennis. We could start it at Dennis, and then if we're doing an
Airport
approach.
via direct, to maintain 5,000.
So I will choose Dennis here. And Dennis is the initial fix, by the way. So we're going to do 15.5 and 3.
And for 42 Victor, for now, you are clear to Charlottesville via direct. Maintain.
So we're not runway end because it's. We would do that on a visual approach, but I mean, we're probably going to be visual when we pop out of this thing at 3,500, but it's not even. It's still a visual. If that makes sense. Like I'm just kind of anticipating maybe some rain coming up, so I'm gonna plan for it. Being a little bit safe side. I am gonna set in our
Tango Papa. American 1985, contact atomic approach 119.85.
Contact approach 119.85.
283 feet, I will set that. Just because, just in case, right? So I'm not going to do an RA or anything like that. I'm just going to do 283 at decision height. Alright, so 283 on decision height. There we go.
Washington Center, 2327, climbing at 14,000.
It's precautionary, right? It's just one of those things that we're going to do.
327, Washington Center, climbing for level 380.
380, so 2327. Just want to confirm, what was our cruise altitude?
Showing 320. Did you want something different?
Sorry, did you say 3.8 for my climb, or was it 3.2?
We got Hopewell here.
2327, climb maintain flat.
Then we got Hubs, Patoxic.
Okay, 320, the 2327.
Geared.
3.8.
Garrett. Ridgey. That's above flight level 2270. That is correct. Then we got E&O. Then we're going to have 24,000 Davies. We're looking at Corey's hard altitude at 10. That is correct. 240 on the speed. We're probably going to start slowing us down over Minks, I'm assuming, at 210. It's pretty much straight into 4.
Level 180, heading towards Pooch.
So we'll go to Apple and then Proud.
Maintain flight level 3.
And then we're going to do a route disco
that'll be final for direction of flight.
Rehaul.
I'm saying flight level 340, American launch.
No, I want to just get rid of that. Where's that at?
And Delta 2327, maintain 290 knots or greater spacing.
Varas.
290 knots or greater, that's 2327.
And American 400, do not exceed 280 knots spacing in the climb.
Oh, that's what I see.
So,
hold on, that is not right.
November 500, Mike Whiskey, descend via the Maisie 3 arrival to Philadelphia, altimeter 3010.
We'll descend via the Maisie 3 arrival and 3010 on the QNH for the ladder to Mike Whiskey.
American 2344, cross hogs, flight level 190.
That's correct. We go rail first. Rachel.
American 2344, cross hogs, flight level 180.
That's Rachel. Okay.
Okay, cross hog and
American 2151, descend via the Corey 4
Starting
arrival, Philadelphia, altimeter 3010.
See, he's just ahead of us, folks.
Via 44 arrival.
We're probably going to get the same clearance here soon.
Southwest 8509, do you want to continue the arrival or would you like a vector down to the approach?
We can take a vector.
Southwest 8509, turn right heading 190, descend to maintain 4000, vector Alice, runway 10 approach.
By the way, company store, folks, coming up. Go check us out. Fly Coastal Airways at myspreadshop.com. If you want lanyards when the badges come in, let me know. Selling them for $10 with the badges, and then just whatever shipping costs, you'll have to just pay for it. Should be too much. It's pretty light.
And DC Center, 42 Vector.
Good stuff. Check it out. It helps the channel, helps us out.
Starting at Bull Duke.
And I'm sorry, what approach did you want for runway 3?
We'll do ILS.
ILS-3 for at Charlottesville for 14.
We're right on that. I told you we're going to be cloud surfing this thing.
Alright, watching that thing.
All the way in.
Washington Center, Southwest
And
1581, holding short runway 15 right.
you forever messed me up on that, buddy.
Southwest 1381, runway 15 right, clear takeoff.
We got a weather change, 08014 now.
And November 14 Victor, do you want vectors for the ILS?
10 statute miles. I'm going to have to
the
update
approach
that.
from Woldu.
No, you can give me some vectors. That'd be great.
And November 14 Victor, turn right heading 130, descend and maintain.
080
Actually,
at
that doesn't work
14.
at all. Actually, November 14 Victor, climb maintain
10 statute miles. We got few clouds at 35,
Climb
overcast
maintain
at 15,000 now.
300.
Temperature still holding at 16. 3014.
Yeah, 14 Victor, actually just with our MVA,
Pressure's
we've got out
dropping.
there, I'm not really going to be able to vector you effectively on out. You're going to be stuck super high, so we'll do this. November 14 Victor, clear direct Woldu, cross Woldu at or above 5,300, cleared ILS runway 3 approach.
Okay, direct wall do and ILS 3 approach 14.
Yeah, I thought we had a little bit lower MVA out
Did you
there.
just say
but the lowest
Patoxic?
I can get you
That's
where you're
almost
at
as
right
bad
now
as
is actually
saying
5,300. So.
DC Center. Hey, whatever. What is it then?
Okay, roger that.
Let me look.
Yeah, I think on the approach side,
I won't be lazy. Where is it?
We're a little bit more restricted there. November 500 Mike Whiskey, radar service terminated for exchange approved. New York Center is closing up at this time. Have a good night.
Oh, that sucks.
Thank you so much for the service.
Patoxent. What would you say?
1126 Charlie Lima, descend via the Corey IL. What do you got in? Let's do that. Descend via the... Maybe try it one more time. There we go. Remember 6 Charlie Lima, descend via the Corey 4 arrival to Philadelphia. Altimeter 3010.
Descend via the Corey 4 3010, 6 Charlie Lima.
And American 2344, radar service terminated for exchange approved. Have a good night. New York Center is closed up.
They're closing.
Okay, radar service terminated.
How can they do that to us?
Southwest 8509, center maintain 2000.
It looks like we're going to have no ATC.
South 1381, radar contact, climb maintain, flight level 360, say altitude leaving.
360, we're at 2,500.
It is what it is.
South 1381, roger. Southwest 1381, clear direct Scoob.
Direct Scoob, 1381.
Riptide 3, are you back?
Yes, sir.
Riptide 3, are you back?
Yes, sir, that's a firm.
Scoob, Southwest 1381.
South 1381, yep, direct Scoob for you. Break at Riptide 3, are you back?
Yes, sir, we're back.
I hear something. Is that Riptide? If you're talking, I don't hear anything.
All right. All right, let's do the settings. Let's find out.
Victor, report Woldu inbound.
Will do.
Really, dude?
Southwest 50, crest to Southwest 8509, 5 miles from the fire to approach, fixed, turn left heading 130.
My microphone just went
2000 until steps on localizer, clear house runway 10 approach.
5 miles from Apollo approach 6, left 130, maintain 2000.
My audio crapped out.
10, Southwest 8509.
AVAX 1240, descend at posture crash, maintain flight level 230.
Man. Hold on.
Direction maintain for level 230, AVAX 1240.
And AVAX 1240 for planning, you can expect hogs at flight level 190. That's expect only for not maintain at or descend at your discretion at 230.
I will expect hogs at flight level.
Come on, dude.
And November 42 or low altitude alert, November 654 today. Check your altitude immediately. Should be 5,300 until your Woldu.
I'm going to have to disconnect and reconnect.
Yeah, I'm trying to drop myself down now.
So we're going to go ahead like this. I'm going to do this. We're going to do this really quick because this stupid thing. All right, folks, it's going to be a quick reconnection right back up to the system here. It doesn't recognize my mic right now, so we're going to reconnect back up. He's going to say radar.
1885 West Center, roger. Climb maintain flight level 330, resume normal speed.
Roger, it's climbing take level 330, resume all navigation, American 8085.
Washington Center, Riptide 3, how do you hear?
Heavy, flight level 220 for 230.
And call center, stand by just a second.
He said, stand by just a second. I'm I'm waiting. I got an aircraft at 10,000, at 1,900. Coming descending right now, straight ahead, 40 feet, 40 miles. We should be okay.
And let's see, Southwest 8509, runway 10, clear to land.
Clear to land, 10.
Washington Center, Riptide 3, how do you hear?
Riptide 3, loud and clear, thank you.
I got a same level right now.
Washington Center, Delta 5700.
He's descending. He's 100 feet. That was hairy. New York Center's offline, guys, so it's just going to be us on the inbound here. So I'll put that in the hole, 122.8. I'm still watching that aircraft. It still should be fine. No deal today.
Sorry about that. Potomac approach was closing, so I was grabbing their airspace. Appreciate the patience.
Potomac.
Let's see here. For American 2151, radar service terminated for exchange approved. Good night.
All right.
Have a good night.
Corey 4 coming.
And Delta 5700, are you here now?
I got you, 5x5.
Delta 5700, roger, and say altitude. I'll show you at 230.
Roger, I'm at flight level 230 now.
No factor now, folks.
You said you're at 23 or 22?
23.
So they're running
Delta 5700, roger, I'll show that. And let's see here. Delta 5700, clear direct billet. And descend to maintain flight level 200.
I knew it was Patuxent.
Clear direct billet and down to 200. The previous controller actually gave me 230.
Yeah, that's fine. And Riptide 3, I did have you loud and clear. Thanks for checking back in. And descend via the Corey 4 arrival to Philadelphia, altimeter 3010.
Okay, we'll descend via the Corey 4. Thanks, Riptide 3.
Washington Center, hello, Golf Tango Yankee Papa Hotel out at 3.35 on the national lead.
Golf Tango Yankee Papa Hotel, Washington.
Hold at 10,000, so we're going to bring it all the way down to 10,000, which is Corey. Then he's going to dump us off, and then we'll be on our own into LaGuardia, folks. All right. Auto brake coming in on 3. Auto brakes on 3. Flap's going to be 40. We'll check our landing here, landing weight coming up. Expect a landing here in approximately 20-30 minutes tops. Probably about 20 minutes we'll be in. We are in the soup. And we're doing okay on the icing. There's no ice and buildup, I don't see. The issue is negative 21 degrees right now, so it's not cold enough, and I should be running, I'll tell you right now, I'm going to actually do this. We're actually going to start running our igniters, and I'm going to open up, our engine anti-ice, just because of it's negative 21, we're in the soup. We're going to have to, it's under 10. We got to run engine anti-ice at least. If we start seeing ice. And you said it. You said you forever destroyed that.
No traffic obstruction in the airport. Change to advisory frequency is approved. Cancellation in the air on ground this frequency.
But I have. I thought the same thing.
Washington Center, good evening. Sweeper 717 passing flight level 219 for 230 inbound burning.
Seabird 715, Washington, car maintain flight level 310, resume normal speed.
Oh, roger, response to 310, resume normal speed, Seabird 715.
American 1885, Kodak waves.
8885, sorry about that. What's the information again?
American 1885, Kodak waves.
Alright, we're direct waves for 8885, sorry.
Niner, correction number 291, Charlie Mike, Norfolk wind 060 at 18, gust 25, visibility 3 with rain, mist, ceiling 600 broken, altimeter 21, temperature 21, dew point 21, altimeter 2973, and expect ILS for runway 5 approach.
We're on our descent into the LaGuardia area right now.
November 1 Charlie Mike, descend to maintain 5,000, part drone, heading to 060.
Coming in about 14 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour. Should have you on the ground here in about 20 minutes, Alpha 6. Thanks again. Appreciate your business. Thanks for watching.
South 8509, taxi park this street, good night. Party the street, so good night. Golf Tango Yankee Papa Hotel, clear direct Kennedy, Juliet Fox Kilo.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt sign is now turned on, so this is time for return.
Golf Tango Yankee Papa Hotel, clear direct Kennedy, Juliet. That's Juliet Foxtrot Kilo, direct Kennedy. Juliet Foxtrot Kilo.
Okay, folks, we're hitting Ridgey right now. Ridgey.
Washington Center, Blue 6 with you, 2,000 feet direct. I'm sorry, not direct, VFR.
We're starting our down. I'll tell them.
Blue 6, Washington, maintain VFR, the Wilmington altimeter 2962.
Seatbelts are on, we're good to go. Here we go.
Blue 6, maintain VFR, resume navigation, the Wilmington altimeter 2962.
Maintain VFR 2962 on the barrel. Thank you.
And American 400, resume normal speed. American 400, resume normal speed. American 400, Washington Center, how do you hear me? American 400, American 400, Washington Center, how do you hear me?
IU 505.
American 400, resume normal speed. American 400, resume normal speed.
Resume normal speed, American 400.
Delta 2327, same Mach number.
Gosh.
Mach 0.74 and 75 right now. It keeps going up and down.
And Delta 2327, can you do like 7 or better?
For April?
Delta 2327, maintain Mach 0.77 or greater spacing, Atlanta.
77 or greater is 2327.
There's the
KLM 621, turn 20, actually KLM 621, turn 30 degrees left. That's going to be vector spacing, Atlanta, and say Mach number.
No, this is
turn 30 degrees left.
this is live weather, bud. This is from Flight Sim.
KLM 621, yeah, 15 degrees
Looks
left.
great though,
and say
doesn't
Mach
it?
number.
They did it really good.
Mach 0.90.
KLM 621, you said 0.90?
0.90.
KLM 621, Roger. Reduce speed to Mach 0.85.
That guy's cruising.
Reduce to 85, KLM.
What's he flying? A rocket? Washington Center, Riptide 3 out of 32,000 for 10.
Riptide 3, Roger. American 400, descend via the Chesley 4 arrival, landing north, Greensboro, altimeter 2960.
Chesley 5 arrival for Charlottesville.
Looking good, guys. So right now we're just going to hang out, and
via the Chesley 5 arrival, Greensboro,
they'll probably dump us off right around Corey-ish, maybe. I'll be looking for the weather. It looks like 044.
86 for Charlottesville.
And it's not
negative 11 degrees, so we have the. Can somebody verify if PMDG is? Does PMDG simulate icing on this thing? I hope it does. We're negative 10 degrees right now, so we've got. See what I'm saying? If that was a failure, we couldn't descend through here because there's icing. There's possible icing right now for sure. Now it says icing conditions. These are icing conditions for sure.
American 2643, wash.
And no, I believe that's where we're at.
And American 400, let's see, I tell you what, what's your current Mach number again?
It's going all over the place, but right now it's staying around 7.78. It's not
American 400, Roger. Maintain that or greater, and then when you start the descent and the transition, maintain 300 knots or greater for spacing.
Maintain 300 knots for descent, American 400.
The American 2643, watch.
0014. Okay, we're going to land, folks. Like I said, I'm going to try to put the brakes on pretty good. Just be prepared for that. I'm going to try to really slam on it. Only because I want to stop, if we could stop at Papa and then just taxi off. We're going to go to the left. So we're going to be on runway 4. We're going to get off on Papa, go Papa to Alpha Alpha to the gate. All right? We can delay the, we will delay the start of the APU on this. The winds are 080, so we're looking at a right crosswind on this particular case at 14 knots. It might be a little bit bumpy down there, but
turn 5 degrees right, join the localizer, report established on the localizer.
Looking good on time. It's right now local time.
And KLM 621,
9 o'clock. So just to give you an idea on this pad from Miami to LaGuardia, we should be touching down at 10 o'clock, which is really nice. It's a nice pad on this route. That's why it's a little more comfortable. The schedule's padded real nice. Just because it's LaGuardia, you never know.
Glasgow, KLM 621.
Negative.
It says you can see icing in percent payload section of MCP. No visual effects yet. Really? It says you can see icing in the payload section. This I gotta see, Scott. So if we go to payload.
Blue on 6, Roger, you landing at Wilmington?
Yes.
Blue on 6, Radar, let's see here.
Icing set.
What runway you
max.
set up for? You're just gonna go straight in there.
Straight in.
What is this? Set max?
Yeah, straight in 6.
What is this?
Blue on 6, proceed straight in runway 6, clear to land.
Does it do it automatically, or do I have to set it? I guess it's set to icing, right? We're not icing yet, then, apparently. I don't know what that means. I'm going to have to defer to, I have no flipping idea what that means. Here come the boards, folks. Here come the...
Washington Center, Buenas noches, November 39, Gulf Mike, flight number 450.
November 390, Gulf Mike, Washington, Roger.
Do we have any speed restricts coming up? No speed restrictions.
November 1 Charlie Mike, turn additional 5 degrees right, join the localizer.
5 degrees right.
Southwest 978, radar service terminated, range change approved, good night.
Plus 1 degrees, we're still on the engine anti-ice because
Yankee Papa Hotel, radar service,
it's negative. It's less than 10 degrees in moisture. We got it on.
American 2643 is back.
And American 2643, thanks. American 2643, reduce speed to 250 knots.
250 knots, American 2643.
Max would be for your payload self. You can set the amount of icing. What?
AVX 1240, cross hogs, flight level 190.
Cross hogs, 190, AVX 1240.
There, 1126, Charlie Lima, radar service terminated. Frequency change approved, New York Center not available, good night.
Roger, frequency change approved, good night, 6 Charlie Lima.
So, tell me about this one when I land. Do I have to set the icing, or does it automatically pilot on? That's what I need to know.
America 1318,
I don't understand that.
250.
It says you can see icing in percentage payload section, right? I might have to go. Okay.
American 1885,
icing none.
Via the caps 3 arrival landing north, the national altimeter 2999.
Set max is for your total payload of the aircraft. I don't understand. Max would be for your payload itself. You can set the amount of icing. Right. So, does it do it automatically or not?
American 1885, descend via the caps 3 arrival, the altimeter at national 2999.
The icing's none.
Yeah, okay. We have to start cap 3 and the altimeter 2999
No.
for American 1885.
Oh, you stupid idiot. I'm going to go 87%.
And AVX 1240, contact New York approach 119.1.
Stupid thing. I'm not touching that until we get on the ground, folks. I'm not screwing around.
And
Did I screw up my weight? That just jacked me all up. That's alright.
Number 1 Charlie Mike, Roger. 8 miles final approach fix, turn right heading 080. Maintain 3000 until established on low clouds or cleared off runway 5 approach.
080 now, we'll maintain 2000 until
Yeah, look at that.
And actually, tell you what, we can do this. Number 1 Charlie Mike, you can maintain 2000 until established.
That's it.
I'll have to mess with it on the ground, folks. You got to tell me what's going on. I thought it did it automatically.
Delta 2327, contact Atlanta Center 132.907.
3297 to 2327 too.
Well, Scott, in all intents and purposes, I'm in icing conditions. It's plus 7.
Send me the Chesley 5 arrival landing north to Greensboro, altimeter 2960.
Now I'm getting rain.
Some of the Chesley 5 arrivals on the altimeter 2960, American 2643.
And American 2643, maintain 250 knots.
2509.
Oh, I gotta love
Center,
it.
Delta 5700.
Here come the lights.
About 5 miles if possible.
Stop confusing me right now. I shouldn't be worried about icing. 3014. 3014 is set. We're at Edger. Edgar.
Service terminated for exchange period. Good night.
Hey, thanks for the service. We'll see you, Riptide 3. All right, 122.8. We're over to 122.8, folks. All right. Whew. We got 16,000 coming, hit Corey at 10,000 in the soup. Lights are on. Now we're plus 10. Here comes the... It's off now, right? We're plus 10 now. We're going to hit plus 11. Now you don't have any icing. So... I see icing reports. That's why I asked. I see it. I've got icing all the way here. Well, not really. Oh, look at that. We're breaking out of the cloud. We're coming out. We should be popping out here about 3,500. It's scuddy stuff. 14,000 overcast. Wind 08014. Going to be from the right. Right crosswind. Not too bad. 122.8 is set. I want to make sure that is set because it could screw up. It is. DC Center is closing in 5 minutes. And bricks. We'll give LaGuardia a call at Corey at Robbinsville. And then I'll go ahead and sync up that discontinuity. 296 feet. We should be catching profile. Oh, it looks nasty. I can't wait to get radar. I have no idea what I'm flying into. I know it's crap. But I'm looking at the weather radar. It looks like green. This would be green on our radar. It's not red or anything. I'm looking at the radar here. That's what I see. Yeah, it's just a little scuddy crap all over the place. We're good. We're good. Yeah, that's good. The nasty stuff's to the south and over the ocean. I'm not worried about it. Okay. Let's do a descent checklist right now. We're getting down to it. I've got an aircraft at 2,700 feet ahead of us. It's about 20 miles. We have plenty of space. Unless he can't fly, then we're going to have a problem. But altimeters and bugs are set and cross-checked. We're getting a little high on profile, folks. I don't like that. Get her down. Get her down. Let's get down to 10,000. We've got an altitude restriction to hit. We'll get there. VREF and V target is set and checked. We've got 136 is our ref. Auto brake is 3. Recall complete, and our descent checklist is complete. See that? Don't you dare do that. Don't do that, airplane. That's a waste of fuel. Bring him back. Bring him back. And we got Robbinsville VOR coming up, 113.8. Looks like we're going to punch out of this stuff pretty quick. Okay, here's 10,000 feet. I know they keep us down to like 6,000 feet for quite a while. So I'm going to descend down to 6,000. Once we hit Corey, a level, and we'll go drop down to 6,000. Here, see the wind shifting now? Isn't that interesting? The wind's starting to turn and shift on us. There's 10,000. Coming down on a speed, looking good. Here come the lights. Well, I'll keep those lights off. That's good. I'm going to go down to 6,000. Here's Corey. Coming down to 6,000. It's fine that we're slowing down. I got an aircraft ahead of us, so I'm not too worried about it. Well, let's not do that. There we go. From experience, it takes a long time for the PMD to build up ice. I'm sure it does. Take the CRJ up in this, and you'll definitely get a taste of flying an ice cube. Sean, what's up, buddy? Hope you were a little late to the stream. Just caught up with the MD-80 stream for vacation. Your virtual insurer not terribly pleased with you, though. If you're feeling, yeah. It's just Tyler. What are you doing? You're gonna have to tell me what to do. Do I have to send anything on the stupid thing?
We have begun our final descent into New York. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin.
It should do it automatically. That's all I'm saying. Like I shouldn't have to set stuff.
In a full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks.
I'm calling an audible.
Electronics.
What are you doing? I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm calling an audible. Fix 4 done /15. It's because the weather's fine. So watch or it gets socked in. I'm just changing that up a little bit. I don't want to drag it in, so it's going to save some fuel doing that way. It's good. 10 miles visibility. Fuel clouds at 3,500. It's perfect. What can go wrong? Famous last words. Right? Okay, Minx coming up. 6,000 Minx, and we got to descend down to 3,000. Sky looks nasty. It is nasty. Oh, you're backed at home. Good deal. So there's no visual of ice. That's what I was always looking for. I'm looking for I'm looking at the windshield wiper. I'm like, why am I not getting ice? I should be icing up right now. What the crap? No, that makes a lot of sense. Stupid. Why would they simulate icing? I'm just gonna shut up. I'm not gonna say a word. That's it. That's all I have. Folks, it's nasty out here. I'm just saying. Alright, I'm gonna see if my stupid track IR is gonna work for me. Come on, dude, don't fail me. That looks nasty what that is. Sometimes this track IR, it will lock and then it screws up. Okay, so I'm going to go reset. Good. I'm going to keep it like this. Oh, yeah. That looks like a lot of fun right there. LaGuardia traffic, Riptide 3, headed to Minx. Going to be setting up for the ILS runway 4. Anybody, weather radio checked? Sorry, you're not going to get a good view of the Manhattan, folks, but I don't think you are. We're descending down to 6,000 feet at Minx, and we hit Minx, Renew, then Apple, and we're going to descend down to 3,000. Looks like a typical hurricane type weather here. Tropical storm bands coming in. Oh, the wind's got a quartering tailwind right now. It's just going to be awesome for the approach. It's going to be really something special. And I'm going to change something here. Oh, don't you do that stupid thing. We're going to go primary and we're going to go IMC mode. 6,000 feet coming up. We'll go ahead and descend down to 3,000 on the cut. 3,000 and we'll stop right there. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my chart. Cool. We're getting into some weather right now. I can't wait to get weather radar. And I hope it works. And I hope it works well. This guy's at Renew. But he's either not talking or he doesn't hear me or he's not on frequency because I don't hear a thing. I'm going to start slowing down. This is New York. So we're going to start slowing down to 210. That gives us a little more room. Even though we have 10 miles, you just don't know. There we go. I'm going to start breaking through here. I can start seeing Long Island right here. Right, Long Island's right ahead of us. Manhattan is over here on the left side of the aircraft. I'll try to get you a good view of it coming up. Man, that's pretty cool. Too bad I can't get out and take a picture of this. Pretty sweet. Come on, airplane. What are you doing to me? Sync that disco up. Huh. This is the south side of, you know, you have JFK right here. It's Canarsie right there. Just letting you know, JFK is pushing that range. We're at 210 knots an hour. We're slowing down. This is not Manhattan, contrary to what you think. That is not Manhattan. This is the Verrazano Bridge right here. So the Verrazano. Then you have Staten Island. It's a dump. Literally, it's a dump. And then your Manhattan's over there. And then, of course, LaGuardia is coming in. I'm looking for that aircraft ahead of us, but we've got plenty of room. The LaGuardia traffic, Riptide 3 at Renew. Going to be setting up the ILS 4 on final 15 out. LaGuardia. And if you're wondering why I slowed so much, it's because of that aircraft in front of me. I just want to give him enough time so he can get off the dang runway. All that good stuff. You know what I mean? 129. I wonder why these stupid bridges, sometimes I want to be able to see under it. It's so nasty. Sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. And it pretty much sucks. There's 3,000 feet. We've got 3,000 feet at Bing. And then we'll go right to, there we go, level 3,000 set. And we got Proud coming up. We got Bing the 3,000. Once we're at Bing, we can drop down to Pachu 2,200. Then Rachel's at 18. So I'm going to set that right now. Put 1,800 here. Set. There it goes. We're hooked up. See this ILGA? There she is. We're hooked up at least on the localizer. Manhattan, beautiful. You are going to get a good view of Manhattan since we broke out of the Scud. Alright, we're going to go ahead and descend now. Here comes flaps. Flaps are going to come 5. I want to slow to 180. 170 on the speed. We're going to take it 170 all the way to the marker, folks. 5 miles. There's the Verrazano Bridge right underneath us. Pretty cool. There's the crosswind. That's already stabilized, ready to go. We're going to kind of arm the speed brake. Speed brake is armed. And here comes the lights. Okay, approach. Just going to select approach, let the aircraft take over. That's pretty, huh? Good old New York. HUD's dropping down. I'll go ahead and reset this to visual. VMC. Gear. Flaps 15. It is pretty. I've got scenery for this thing. I've got 3D, I think New York something or other, something. That's pretty though. Like I said, we're going to go 170 to the marker here. 5 miles. Once we hit 5 miles, we're going to drop down the speed. We'll have to start slowing the aircraft down. I'm really not worried about schedule. We're way ahead of schedule. We're almost, we're really doing well on scheduling right now. I'm gonna dump out the speed, take it out, go to flat 15 speed, and then we'll go ahead and drop it a little bit more. That'll give it enough time when we hit that 5. Right when this yellow band gets below, then we can drop the next notch of flaps, which is going to be 25. So we go from 15, we're going to go right to 30. So right when we cut down to the 5 here, it starts dropping. Get ready for the next notch. Okay, you're good. Flap 25. One more notch now, and flap 30. You're going to wait until you get down below that band, and then you're going to go flap 40. See how fast that happens? The sequence is up there. It's 14 knots, so give it a little bit of a cushion, a little bit of a pad. And now we're on short final. LaGuardia traffic, Riptide 3 on a 5 mile for runway 4, LaGuardia. Okay, landing checklist coming up. Before landing, speed brakes are armed with the green light. Landing gear down in 3 green. Flaps 40-40, green light. Landing checklist complete. Okay, winds coming out. 080 at 14 knots. Looking good. I'm going to go ahead and get set up. Ready to go. 1,200 feet. I'm going to take over. My plane, autopilot's coming off. That's perfect right there. I like that. Good on the ref. Good on the speed. A little bit of bumps, but nice. Correcting on the speed. I'm just a little high, so I'm going to push it down. Gust. Another gust. Slightly on the high side. Come on, this is LaGuardia, Jason. What are you doing? There you go. Now we're way high. Way fast. Good right there. I'm going to keep it in. I'm just going to take some of that out. Set. Landing, obviously.
50, 30, 10.
Speed brakes, reversers, get on center line. Alrighty. What did I say, Papa?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New York. The local time is 9:22 a.m. and it's currently about 61 degrees Fahrenheit. You can
You're
now
wondering
use your
about
mobile devices. Please remain
brake
seated
fire.
until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt
We're gonna
sign
go
is
Alpha
turned off.
Alpha.
Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins.
Okay, looks
as
good.
items may
Welcome to
have been
LaGuardia,
shifted during the
folks.
flight. We thank you for flying with us.
Flaps coming up. Landing lights. LaGuardia traffic, Riptide 3. We're clear of the runway 4. Taxi the gate. That's off, that's off. Coming over here. Throw that to the off position. Auto throttle, check. And we'll turn off our window heat and probe heat. Both of those are off. We'll call up the gate services. And let's go ahead and get a nice picture, huh? Welcome to LaGuardia. Oops. Nice. At least you got a good view of the of Manhattan. Pretty cool. Let's go ahead and call GSX. Let them know where we're going and that we need a parker there. Got to get a marshaller. Alpha 6 is what we want. No. Let's go. We got to cool down the engines, so I'm just going to run the timer right now while we get the engine's cool. Here comes the APU. Why can't I see their liveries? Anybody know why? It's just pretty much white, unless it's an airline we don't have. That's probably what it is. Take this all the way down, and then we'll get off on Bravo. Bravo. Our gate's right there. It's the first gate, Alpha 6, where that truck is. We're cooling down the engines. We got to at least be like they want you to have about a 5-minute cool down on these things, but I'll tell you right now, we're not giving them that. Looks like you got an Airbus there. Okay, APU's on the bus. Taxi lights are off. Are you serious? You're going to stop me right now? That was the quickest stop I've ever seen. Okay, brakes. Engines. What the heck is that? And seatbelts. We get my seatbelt sign off here on the Pack X. That's it. Welcome. Welcome to LaGuardia, folks. All right, let's go into ground services. We're going to chock the wheels. And then we're going to go ahead and call in the gate. Jeez, he parked me way out in the middle of nowhere. All right, let's see if this thing's going to work. Idiot. Normally I'm like way up there. What is he doing? Alright, it's working. I gotta replace all these jetways with GSX jetways. Once we get the gate in, I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. We're gonna start deplaning right now, so I'm gonna call him up and say request de-boarding. Get on that aircraft. Let's go.
The boarding
Get
requested.
this airplane rolling here, folks. Once we get that going, that's up. We'll go ahead and hook up ground power, and we'll call for 61 degrees, so I don't even need any AC on the aircraft right now. So we're going to go ahead and not even worry about that. We are going to call ground services. We're going to request our ground power. They're going to hook that up. And we're going to go ahead and open that front forward door, and then we'll run the rest of it. So we've got the door open. Once we get a good ground power signal, we do right there. We got a blue light. That means it's ready to take it on. Let's go to flip this over. Good.
Passengers
Go ground power on. All right. APU coming off. All right. Let's go ahead and shut the fuel. It's got to go through a 90-second cooldown, but it does that automatically. All right. We're going to come over here. That's off. That's off. Pumps are off, packs are off. And that's it. Anti-cold light's going to flip it on the left side. Coming down here. That's it. And then we go right into our paperwork, which I'm going to stop the timer now. And I'll go outside and I'll show you what's going on here. We're in at 9:29, which is really perfect because we were supposed to pull in here at 10 o'clock. So we're 30 minutes ahead of schedule, which is fantastic. Time, that's what I said, 9:29. Gate Alpha 6. Oil quantity is looking at 90 over 94. And hydraulic quantity, all the paperwork that we got to do, right? 100 over 99. I don't know what the landing rate was, but it didn't look too bad on my end. It could have been a crusher, I don't know. Let's go outside. Have fun. See, now hear that? That's right, you don't hear anything because we're not burning money. That's exactly right. The money is in the tanks. All right, that's another thing I got to do. I've got to go ahead and set my ACARS program. All right, so ACARS, we're going to come over here and click end the flight. And there's what we've got. Pretty cool. We'll go file the flight. Okay. That's it. It's been filed. So that's probably our last revenue flight for the month of September. And I'll go ahead and start calculating all the expenses and stuff like that and get it over to our folks. Lots of fun. And honestly, right now we'd be going into getting the release, getting the flight ready to go to Bar Harbor, because that's where we go from here. We don't take off out of here until, I think it's like 10:30, right? LaGuardia to Bar Harbor, the first round, it's 10:30, so we're looking at an hour, so it's really nice. And get up, stretch them. You know, you don't have to kill yourself on this route. That's why I like it. It's nice and padded, not like the other route. This is padded. All right, what do you got? I've enjoyed seeing the area here. Yeah, it's beautiful. Well, I'm going to hit the bed. I'm exhausted after work. Absolutely. Looks like their airline code's DLR, Gala Air Services, so maybe missing that one. I gotcha. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it. Nice positive touchdown. How bad was it? I want that really bad, that New York something or other. That thingamajig, what is it called? It's like, did I say that? That was pretty funny. It's New York something. You know what I mean? It's this, I think it's called like SAM 3D, I don't know. I believe Orbix does it. So if you went to Orbix, I think you could see the cityscape or something like that. Cool. What I'm going to do is go in and save the flight. Nice gloomy day in New York, folks. Overcast. Kind of get that coastal weather here. Not to mention the hurricanes coming, the tropical storm bands coming in on them. Cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I sure did. It was a night. Good night, Penn. Thank you. How many hours do pilots typically fly per day? That's a good question. Depends on the legs. You know, in our particular case, we're flying, how many legs today? We're flying, let's see, this one, Bar Harbor, back. I believe this is a 4-leg trip. Because you go, this is leg 1, leg 2 is up to Bar Harbor, leg 3 is back to New York, leg 4 is back to Bar Harbor. I think it's 4 legs and then you're done. So we go Bar Harbor and back, that'd be 3, and then up to Bar Harbor. So it's 4. In this particular case, we could fly 5 legs because we got up at 5 a.m. So that's what part 117 is, like schedules and stuff. And we're looking at, you know, anywhere from an 8-hour duty, a 10-hour to 12-hour duty day. In this particular case, with an 8-hour or 9-hour flight time. So it could be anywhere like that. We're not going to nearly come close to that on this route because these next 2 flights are very short in nature. We're looking at an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 15 minutes on the next haul, which I love this. This route is my favorite route that we fly. I like the East Coast operations, Northeast, going to Bar Harbor and coming back and then back up. It's really fun. Bar Harbor is a postage stamp airport to get into. It's not built for a 737. That was awesome. There it is, Sam Scene 3D. I told you it was something Sam something or other. I knew it. That is funny. Penn, we'll see you later, bud. Thank you, Sean. 5 times. Yep. It is available on Orbix. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to jump in the flight deck. I'm going to configure the aircraft for our next run for next week. Next week, I think we're just going to fly it right on up to Bar Harbor and see what we get. So I'm not going to, you would do a quick align, click. I'm just going to do that right now, obviously. That's off. I'm just checking, make sure we just don't need the air conditioning unit, so we can call for that. You just don't need it. 61 degrees. So in the cabin, it's probably like 70. Yeah, that's probably too generous. I mean, you're pushing, there's 70. 60 there, you're at 70. It's perfect. That's it. All right. Did we put the chocks on? All right, tell me about this thing. Before I do anything, tell me about this right here, this icing. What are we talking about now? So if I go over here and I go payload, see icing none. Oh, I see. Is this automatic where they would say icing percentage? I get it now. Got it. I'm like, what the crap is this set max crap? Like, this doesn't make sense. Set max, it does make sense now. I got it. You confused me. I'm sitting there flying like, wait a minute, what are we talking about? You guys. So there is no icing. How's that? It would say it here. Icing percentage. Which I think it's dumb that it's not visually, because I'm looking at the windshield wiper the entire time. All right. That's it. Folks, I hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. I love it. It's fun. All right, next flight is next week. We're going to go up to Bar Harbor, and that'll be it. We'll do our Bar Harbor run. Maybe we do a turn. You really want to see a turn, it's going to be on that next leg we do, on the next, not leg, but after this day, then you can see turns, because we turn them like really fast. All right, David, have a good one, bud. Thank you. It's 6:11 a.m. in the morning. Gosh. Thank you, Tyler, as well. I appreciate all the hard work. By the way, if you're just joining us, consider subscribing to this channel. We appreciate it. Obviously, go check some swag if you want some lanyards. Let us know. Cool. If you want to be a part of the VA, go ahead and sign up. You can always send us an email at, well, I guess it's CEO@coastalairways.com. I will forward that on to our operations, or you can send it to our ops manager, it's Tyler, at operations at flycoastalairways.com. Folks, have a great week. Until next time, keep the blue side up and the black side down. We will see you later. Ciao. Wait a minute. I just read that, Hatchet. I'm sorry. Hold on. So let me answer this question. Hatchet says, in real life, an airline captain told him the maximum landing weight isn't a real thing. Of course it's a real thing. You can be gross overweight. But the gear can handle it, right? The gear is certified to handle a lot of weight. I think that's probably what he meant. It's not, unless you're like 15, 16,000 pounds over gross or something like that. But yeah, it's max landing weight is a real thing. You don't want to be, pushing it like we were. I mean, that's what was our weight. Dang it. Let's see what our weight, well, I just emptied them out, but it was like 129, I think. Anyway, it is a real thing, but it's just, like I said, usually it's not an issue. Even that we land 1,000 pounds over gross, I would have just sent an ACARS message to say, hey, we pushed that 129, and then maintenance would have said, yeah, it's fine, no problem. I think it's just when it's heavy, and you're over. That's why heavies have fuel dumps. These aircraft don't really. They don't. 737 doesn't have any fuel dump. So, but yeah, it's not. It's what I'm saying. It's if you're a real heavy overweight, yeah, that's a problem. But a couple thousand pounds not going to really do anything. All right. It's just a report, essentially paperwork. That's the end of it. All right. See ya. I'm out of here now. All right, I'm going.